Back to Lost in the Brett Coast. I am your host, Brett Coast, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we are continuing with what we started last week on stream, the Resident Evil Marathon. Basically, I'm going to be playing through each mainline Resident Evil game, besides like maybe Zero. We might play that later, it kind of depends. And we're trying to get from 1 to Village, and then hopefully we'll be ready for Requiem. Which I'll probably not stream just because it'll be difficult to do, but, you know, we'll all be prepared as a community, and it'll be a lot of fun, I hope. So, without further ado, let's pick up where we left off. We got about, gosh, I don't know exactly how far we are into, let me maximize this. I don't know exactly how far we are into the first Resident Evil game, but we got to where we can exit the Spencer Mansion. So, that should be, like, a decent chunk in. I know Resident Evil 1 is about 12 hours, I do believe. But that doesn't mean that we're 12 hours. That doesn't mean much. It doesn't mean we're going to complete it in 12 hours. In fact, I would be very surprised if we did. But, really quickly, I need to bring up the map because I forget which way I'm going. Oh, and we can't go this way, can we? Yeah, so we're going to have to go all the way around, which is going to be annoying, but not... It's nothing to cry about, I don't think. And if it is, then, you know, too bad. So what is going to be the fastest way down? Is it literally just going back to the main... Okay, it's just going back to the main hallway, I do believe. Which should be this way. But yeah, I'm glad to be back into streaming. This is only my second time streaming this year so far, so I do apologize about my inconsistencies. I've been dealing a lot with just burnout in general. Not from streaming particularly, just in general. I'm a very creative person. A large chunk of my day is just designated to being productive. And so every once in a while, I just kind of crash for a little bit. So I do apologize about any inconsistencies. But we're back, and I'm hoping, keyword being hoping, that it's for good this time. But let's run all the way back, and then we'll be to the cabin section of the game, which, honestly, is going to be a little bit of a difficulty for me, because if I don't know this place, I don't know anyone else. Hey, Humade, welcome back to the stream. Where have I been? It's a very long story. I've been here, I just haven't been streaming. I've been struggling with a lot of personal issues. I almost forgot you existed. Well, I'm glad that's an almost and not a definitely. No, it's actually just a combination of things. I had to take a lot of time off for the holiday season, and then I was also dealing with a little bit of illness. So, it wasn't my idea of a fun time, but I am back now. And I'm very glad to see you back as well. How are you doing, my friend? Wishing you get better? I am doing a lot better now. It took me a fair bit, but I am doing better. I hope you are also doing well. And I hope that your new year is also off to a good start. So we have to be very careful we don't run directly back into the room we just came from, or else I'm going to be very embarrassed, and that would not be my definition of a fun time. These camera angles always confuse me, man. I've played this game probably 4 or 5 times. And the camera angles switching all over the place is never going to not get me. I do need to turn my brightness up, though, because I cannot see to save my life. Sadly, it's my turn to go grocery shopping, so I can't say that long. Hey, man, you don't gotta apologize for forgetting stuff to do. I'm just glad you stopped by at all. It was nice to see you. It's nice to see that the community's still here. I disappeared for so long, I wasn't sure what I'd be coming back to, but it's very great to see you, my friend. I hope your trip to the grocers is a fun time. Maybe you'll find something fun there. I'm here before Resi, at least. You do get that, and you can never take that away from you. The Ram is late. He is. But no, thank you for stopping by, my friend. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you when I see you. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, there's this little divot here you have to go into. Now we're going to see how much of this game I remember, because I don't know if it's a lot past this point. This is where things start to get a little bit funky and in Resident Evil. Nope, not that way. Okay, so this is going to be the way to the cabin. Are we ready to go to the cabin? I actually don't remember. Yeah, because this is that. You have to switch that at certain times. I just forget which it is. Oh, gosh. Oh, wait. Okay. So this is our warning for, I don't know what her name is, actually, now that I think about it. We had this same problem with the snake last time. I genuinely can never remember the names of the enemies in this first game. I just know it's a little girl. It's like Debbie or something, probably. Something stupid like that. But if we come all the way down here, we should... Yeah. So, there's Cerberus. Yeah, Blue Eyes is pointing east. Red Eyes is pointing north. So, blue east, red north. I think I can remember that. And if I can't, we might have a problem. So, yeah, blue east. So, we have to wait until it goes to the E. So, there should do it. Potentially. No. Oh, unless I'm just completely doing the puzzle wrong, which is very possible, actually, now that I think about it. And then, if this isn't north, then we'll know we're doing something wrong. Okay, well, that's not north. I think I oversimplified the puzzle anyways. I actually kind of forgot how to do it. Because I think we need more information, because that's just the way they were pointing at first. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Oh, it doesn't. You have to read the signs. I remember. I remember now. All too well. Shout out Taylor Swift. Let's see. Signs should be up here. Alright, let's see. Each direction is accompanied by a corresponding destination. North is Valley of Destruction. Okay, we know Valley of Destruction is one of the two. And we'll have to remember which one's Madness. So, Destruction is... We'll go back to it in a second. I'm very... I gotta do one thing at a time. I'm not great at remembering multiple things at once. I already got it in my head that one needed to be one direction, the other, so I have to just do it. Okay, we got Destruction, and we have Revenge. Destruction and Revenge. Red is Revenge, and we can remember that because Revenge has the letters RE in it, and so does Red. That's about the extent of my thinking power these days. I stopped drinking coffee lately. And I know that seems unrelated, but my, like, mental fog in the morning has been, like, just so off. It's actually kind of astounding. Okay, so blue needs to be north, and red needs to be west. I can do that. Red west. Okay, it's already pointing west. That works out very well for me. And then the other one is north. Let's see. And it's on east, so if we just give it a little switch... There? No. Not quite. Alright, we'll switch it again. See, this is just where things get difficult because it's timing based. Nope. Let's try that one again. If only I could manually rotate this would be so much easier. Okay, north. There we go. Now we're chilling. Now we're gaming. Okay. And I believe that opens it up, and if not, I'm going to feel really stupid. Yeah, okay. That gives us that. And then I genuinely forgot what the other way goes. Are these going to attack me? Because I'd really prefer if they didn't. Just as a general policy, I don't love being attacked by ravens. Kind of a quirky thing about me. They are absolutely going to attack me. Okay. Any more? Okay, yep. There's more. There's more. Gosh darn it, dude. I'm not Alfred Hitchcock. Okay, I don't need birds. Okay, so we need plaques there and we need plaques there. Yep. We don't need those. We don't have any of those yet. And I genuinely forget where those go to. But then this should lead us out of the... forest. So this should be the path to the cabin. It's just a matter of getting to the cabin that's going to worry me. Yep. I can hear it. This is my least favorite part of this game. The unkillable enemies are what gets me. I'm not a fan of just running. I'm very bad at it. And I mean, we have the game on, like, the easiest difficulty, so I'm not, like, shaking in my boots. But, like, I might as well be. I don't love my, my chances here. This part always gets to me. Also, if you see my character, like, finagling a little bit, I have really bad stick drift today for some reason, even though I've never dealt with that on a PlayStation 4 controller. So we're just kind of dealing with it today. It'll be a fun experience for everyone, I think. That's not it. Are we healthy? We are. We're very healthy, in fact. Probably the most healthy we've ever been. Alright. Let's see what lies beyond door number 1. If this was a game show, I'd be doing great. Okay. You'll have to excuse my blindness. I am very bad at the whole vision thing. And I don't think I'm getting better. That's the thing with vision. Is you only start so high, and ever since then, it's usually just downhill. We got a map. We can take that. We got the courtyard map. Okay, yeah, that's the whole other area that I was... That's the area that bothers me a little bit more, just because it's so dense. I don't think we need to save just yet. I don't think that that's necessary. Back here we've got an item box. Place we jump down. None of that is too taxing, I don't think. Crude bed. Is there nothing in this part of the house? I genuinely forget. Oh yeah, we've got a good view of the entrance. I do remember that much at least. I'm not quite that oblivious. I think we hop down here. Yeah, there we go. We got the crank, which we need for the other place. I remember now. I remember. And then we go up here, and I think we should be able to spot the demon through the window. If I recall correctly. Yeah. Yeah. So now we just go... Oh. Fuck. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. I was like, did we just insta-die from that? We didn't. We just got knocked out. Okay, I think that was scripted. That is objectively really funny, though. Yeah, that thing. I'm glad it didn't just kill us while we were down, because it very well could have. Okay. So now the game plan becomes, how do we get around this thing? Because we can't exactly kill it. Okay, we shoot it once, twice maybe. Okay, we got to get it down first, and then we can get out of here. Door is over here. Sick, and we're out. Just like that. We only got clonked on top of the head once, so we should be chilling. I wonder what happens if you just don't get knocked out by that thing. I don't know if that's even a thing that can happen. I should have waited. We should have found out some more secrets. Last time we found a glitch that a large part of the Reddit of Resident Evil didn't think was possible. We got to the, what is it? We got the grenade launcher from Barry, which people did not think was a thing that could happen on the forums because we kept crashing. It was a great time. It was really, really fun. Okay, what is the way out of here? Because this always gets me. Literally every single time I play this game, this roundabout confuses me. I think it's this way. Yeah, we're chilling. We're not going to take any precautions. Listen, we've got ammo for days. We've got 40 shots. We do need to switch over, though. We've got 50 shots, because I can do math, actually. We've got 50 shots, so I'm not too reserved on using ammo. Plus, we still haven't used, like, the grenade launcher. We've used the shotgun a little bit, but honestly, it's not that necessary on easy, at least. If we have to get down to our knives, then on easy, I think we could do it. I'm not going to, like, test that theory, and I'd rather it didn't come to that. But I know I've seen some Dante ravioli videos, and it is possible if you're talented enough. The problem is I don't know if I am on any difficulty other than maybe easy. And even then, that's kind of pushing it, I'm not going to lie. That's like best possible outcome is maybe I could kill a couple with just the knife before I die. That would be my last stand. Hopefully it would be better than that awful X-Men movie. You know, I'll dish a little bit because, you know, this is my stream and you guys should get some knowledge before, I guess, videos come out. I'm working on a script for a Fantastic Four video. And to do it, I watched the 2015 Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan and Miles Teller. And that movie is so bad. It genuinely is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And it's so astoundingly bad.
If you can hear me, just give me a sign. Anything.
I don't think this... Can you hear me? Well, I know it doesn't do anything if you're Chris, but...
Shit. It's broken.
Such palpable emotion. I love the voice acting in this game. Oh, that's a... Okay, I completely did not see that dog there. Oh, God. Okay. Yep. Easy enough. Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, this might actually be kind of bad. I don't think we're going to die here. It's just going to be mildly annoying. I was going to say, these old games, I mean, it's better than Resident Evil 5, but I just cannot aim in these old games. I'm not quick enough on it. I'm not fast enough. So can we go this way? We can. Okay, cool. I was going to say, a lot of this part right here, I'm going to have to find out myself. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Oh, we put the crank over here. I remember. We withdraw the water. At least there's nothing chasing us. There's a part a lot like this in 7 when you're at Marguerite's house where you have to put in a crank, and that part always gets me because there's like a million insects flying by your head. It's genuinely a little bit creepy. I can't wait until we get to Resident Evil 7. I know that's putting the cart before the horse because we haven't even finished 1 yet, but I am just so excited about this marathon, honestly. I'm glad to be playing games that are a little bit more story-driven, just because it gives me something to play off of better, I think. I think it keeps things more interesting for you guys if I don't have to rely on playing off of the audience. As much as I love doing that, I just think that it's a more consistent experience if at times when I need to, I can just focus on the game and hopefully be somewhat entertaining. Oh gosh, I did not like that noise. See, my problem is if I was in Resident Evil and I hear any contraption making that noise, I'm not getting on it. I would just stay elsewhere. No? Okay. See, some of the ravens I think won't harm you if you don't shoot at them, but some of them do anyways. And they just ruin it for everyone, to be honest. I was going to say, I don't actually even remember what blue orbs do in this game. Probably, like, poison or something, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to be so thrilled with you guys. I have no clue what the blue orbs do in the first Resident Evil. I don't even know what they do in, like, the later ones, or, like, the other colored ones. I've played Resident Evil 7, like, 7 or 8 times all the way through, and I still know nothing about that game. Like, in the grand scheme of things. I'm going to pick this up, and then we'll use it. Nothing like a little bit of marijuana you find on the ground to cure your health problems, but oh well. We got the... Yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that there's a transparent creature floating around. I'm not sure that that gives me any sort of relief. So we don't have anything here. Now is when we get slightly confused. I don't think we've been this way, have we? Or is that where we literally just came from? We haven't been this way, I don't think. I was going to say, I'd hate to run into a wall anyways, because this is always where I get stuck in this game. And once I get stuck, it's going to take me a little bit to remember what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's going to be frustrating for you guys to watch, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there's snakes. Oh gosh. I don't like that. Oh golly. Okay. Ow! Okay. I'm just gonna run. You know what? Running is underrated now that I think about it. Yeah, we're poisoned now, but it's fine. We're chill. Everything's okay. I'm not... Listen, does this look like the face of someone who's worried to you? Because I'm not worried at all in the slightest that we might, you know, die. Oh, golly. Oh, this part. Okay, I remember. I remember now. We can use these blue herbs to make us unpoisoned because I'd rather not die of poisoning. It's just kind of a quirky thing that I do, is I actually don't want to die in this game. As much as possible. Kind of quirky like that. So we should be... I worry that this is around the time we're going to be getting into, like, the plant puzzle. And the plant puzzle always kicks my ass to the point where it's not even funny. Oh, I missed. We'll take the defensive battery, and then we'll grab the ink ribbon since we're already carrying them. We'll plop it in here, just because I don't plan on dying, but if there's one thing I hate, and especially old Resident Evil games, it's dying without a save. I am so patient in real life, but that does not carry over in the slightest to video games. You know what I mean? Like, I can deal with stupid people at my job, like, all day, but the second I have to redo, like, 5 minutes of any game, I just lose it so fast. It's not even funny. We are gonna also drop off the shotgun and pick up the grenade launcher. I don't think we need... Oh, we have shotgun shells, actually. So we'll not do that. We also don't need this blue gem because we never put it in the tiger eye. I don't think it gets you anything too important anyway, so it's not a huge deal. We'll just pick up the shotgun shells and the assault shotgun. Equip. And then if we... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, we should be able to reload it really quick. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Kind of crazy that it's already that way in the week, but Martin Luther King Jr. Day kind of sped up my week. But no, so I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having fun. Okay, I do remember this point because we need to give this a shove, or else we will get attacked underneath, like that Viking guy who died by getting stabbed under the bridge. History can never take that from you. Never forget that the Vikings were, in fact, incredibly cool. It just sucks that they were also, like, you know, terrible people. Also, did I just cover the wrong hole? Oh, no. You climb up this. I remember now. I remember. You gotta go this way and up and over, or else you will take damage. And it's not bad the first time, but when you run through there literally 5 times in a row, things get really bad really fast. I recently played through this game as Chris for the first time, and it's bad. I took so much damage from that stupid plant, it was actually kind of upsetting. I'm also trying to find just any more documents this time around, because I was like actively trying to find documents the last time I played this game, and it didn't go that well. I've never found like all the documents in a Resident Evil game, or all the Mr. Everywheres or anything. For a game series I play so much, I'm really bad at it. Oh, this is the big reveal, isn't it?
But it's not necessary to destroy stars. What about my family?
Sounds like Jeff Goldblum for some reason, and I don't know why. I know it's not, but it sounds like it. It looks like David Harbour talks like Jeff Goldblum. The man, the myth, the legend, Barry. Everyone's favorite character that's in, like, one Resident Evil game. Barry.
Jill.
Barry, I heard someone talking.
Oh, heard. I think age is starting to take its toll. Talking to myself is becoming a bad habit.
Talking to yourself?
He's
Why?
either...
What's gotten into
either Jill is stupid or Barry is stupid. There's not a timeline that exists where both of them are intelligent. Because either she's just playing it off like she believes it, or she actually believes it. And on the other hand, either Barry thinks that she's believing it, or she is believing it. So either Barry's an idiot because I absolutely just heard him, and he didn't just immediately kill me. Or Jill's an idiot, and straight up believes him. So there's no possible outcome where they're not, at least one of them is stupid. The Plant 42 report, this is going to be the thing that bugs me. In Chris's, you don't have to make the solution for the plant, you just fight it. But in Jill's, I do believe you have to actually solve the puzzle. Also, is this a Chevy bookcase? It's been a hot minute since I played. Okay, we pushed this one back and then this one over. Makes sense to me. Yeah, there's the hatch. Okay. And then there's nothing else around here, I don't think. Not that I can see, so we'll just head down the ladder. I don't love the idea, but, listen, what else can you do? We're kind of at the mercy of the game here. Oh, this is where the shark is. Oh, snap. I also discovered the other day that, Richard, depending on what you do, depends on, like, where he dies in the game. Because if you save him with, Chris, he gets eaten by the shark, but if you save him with Jill, he gets eaten by... I'm gonna say the snake's name is Cotton. I don't remember what the snake's name is. And I never have. It's something weird, though. We drop this into the water. The annoying part about this is we have to drag the other one, like, all the way down the hall. But you know what? It is what it is. Speedrunning this game must be a nightmare with some of these mechanics. Just because Resident Evil 1 is so finicky. I love it, but, like, the amount of times I have to try going down a hallway, like, 2 or 3 times because the fixed camera angle switching throws off my movement. It would just be such an aggravating thing to speedrun. And then you've got things like this where, like, you kind of just have to lock into a time sync. Like, it would just be awful. I do think speedrunning's cool, though. Don't get me wrong. The thing that that makes me laugh is the thought of someone speedrunning, like, visual novels. Like Ace Attorney. Like, how do you speedrun Ace Attorney? You just memorize the solution and skip all of the text? Like, at that point, are you even playing the game? Or are you just pressing skip? I just think it's such a weird thing to think about. Of someone having the world record for holding the start button when playing Ace Attorney. Yeah, this part is yikers for me, dog. The Aqua Ring room. This part... I'm thalassophobic in real life, so this part kind of bugs me. I'm not even gonna lie. It's just a little bit... It's just a little bit, but it is enough. Oh my golly. Bruce, please! Ow. Bruce, please don't bite me again. Please don't bite my actual ass, you perv. Please stop. Oh gosh, we're taking, like, heavy damage from this. I didn't even realize we were that low to begin with. Okay. Do we make this? Okay, we do. Not very... Oh, it's fecking locked. That's bad, actually. That's really bad. Can we get in through here? Okay, chill. We're chilling. We're vibing, even. Okay. Oh, and the plant's in here. I think I might have done something in the wrong order. Just a hunch, I guess you could say. Is there another... There's not another door in here. We might actually be fucked here. Because we're low on health. We can't go the plant way, I do not believe. Or else I do think we'll die. Okay. New plan. Just shoot the sharks. This is like 1996, right? Like, sharks probably weren't as endangered back then. Is that all of them, or is there more? Oh, there's another one. There's another one. That might be the big one that you can't kill, though. Without the electrocution. Ah! Fuck! Please! Okay. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. We're jilling, even. Actually, don't... We're not jilling. This is a stream. We're not doing that. But we are chilling. I do think there's a green herb right here. Yep. Okay. We should be fine. That just kind of caught me off guard. So I wonder what we did wrong in the sequence. Were we not supposed to come down here yet? There's more rooms up there. It's possible we just weren't meant to come down here yet. I could have put the cart before the horse. Because this is locked. Yeah. We're not going that way. What is that? Why is that there? That fire extinguisher, I thought it was Barry just peering around the corner. I was like, that's genuinely more scary than this entire game. Yeah, we'll climb up here. I think we have to deal with the plant first and then maybe the shark issue. Because I know we have to kill the shark. I just don't remember how. Oh, wait, is there a zombie in here? Wait, what? Where did it come from? Excuse me? Where did you come from, friend? Wrong one. Do you use the... Okay, I was going to say, I know that that's how you do it. Yeah, we'll just burn that one up a little bit. Oh, there's another room here. I forgot about this side bathroom. I think it's a bathroom. It's something. It is a bathroom. What do we got over here? Residence key. Okay, sick. We do need that. Water's leaking from the tank. Awesome. We love that. Is there anything else in this room? I don't think so. Should be everything. Yeah, we're chilling. We got everything in there. We got the residence key now. Oh, yeah, because the one door's locked from the other side, so it's not going to help us there. This should open up more of this house. Whatever you call this. Or maybe it just is called residence. I don't know. I'm not Amish. Yeah, we grab this map. Yeah, map of the residence. We take this and hope we don't get absolutely eaten by the creature back there. Because we need the, I don't know, fumigator? Is that what it's called? Probably not. Yeah, and then we should be able to go... Oh, it's locked. We don't have the gallery key. We have the residence key. Interesting, interesting. Okay, I'm going to assume we go back this way then. And by assume, I mean we literally have no other way we can progress. That's what I would call deductive reasoning. Oh, yep. Almost. Literally, I told you guys, there's going to come a time where I run across there and get attacked, and it's going to suck. But I remembered that time. It's only taken me like 30 times of playing this game to remember. There should be the parlor with the spiders, which are always just such a treat. You know, something I love about the OG Resident Evil is there's just so many enemies. And like, you know, obviously the spiders are gross as anything. Of course, you got the pervy pictures down here. But there's so many different enemies in the first Resident Evil, and I don't think that that's something that they ever really nail again. Because, like, the later games have a lot more boss fights. Like, Resident Evil 7 has so many boss fights. But, like, the actual variety of enemies is, like, way lower. Because here you've got, like, snakes, and there's the spiders, and there's the zombies, and then there's the girl in chains, and then there's the ravens, and I just don't think that any other Resident Evil game has, like, done that before. It's kind of nutty, if you ask me. We can combine that with that. Open up a spot there. And then I forget what we do with this book, to be honest. Oh, I think it goes on the... this is how we get to the plant room, actually, now that I think about it. Book with a red cover. Nothing is printed on any of the pages. Is there a special way to use... Yeah, this goes to one of the shelves. I just forget where it is exactly. I know there's a puzzle in here we have to complete by activating the oil lamps, I want to say. Damn. Is Jill canonically bi? Because, listen. I'm just asking for a friend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There doesn't seem to be anything significant about the order, but we know that there is an empty guitar case. Chill. I know there's something with it. An oil lamp. It's not lit. Can we light them? We can. Sick. Yeah. I think it has something to do with this, right? 5. It has to do with the colors of the billiard balls. I know that much. I just don't remember specifically what. Is there a safe we enter a code in down here? I'm presuming that would be the easiest way to know. Is it over here? No. Okay. Well, listen, we tried. That's what matters. There's the green oil lamp. We'll light that up. I bet that those smell really good. I could be wrong. Maybe they're not scented, but these look like they would be really nice smelling candles. And if there's one thing I love, it's some scented candles. More shotgun shells there that we can't pick up, unfortunately. We can come back around here. There should be another one back over here, I do believe. Yep, there it is. The red one. Nope, not that. We use the lighter. And that should be the last of them. I believe there's only 3. Rack full of wine bottles. Yeah, we don't need that. Record player? Maybe we could just... Oh, leather jacket. Okay. Swear I saw a record player there. We would put on some tunes. Might be kind of a nice distraction. This place is awfully scary. So we've lit that. Is that all of them? I want to say that there's 3, but there could be more. I would not know, to be honest. Okay, we haven't unlocked enough to get that part done. Because I know it has something to do with the billiard balls and the lamps. I just forget what it is. So we might honestly come back to this part. Interesting. Interesting. Because I don't even know where we'd put in a code at this point. So we shall come back to here. We'll exit for now, though. No spider parlor is going to get us down. Not today. Today's a good day. Let's see. Which doors have we not tried? This one we haven't tried. Use the residence key. No further use for the key. Discard it. Okay, that gives us a new inventory spot, which is good. As soon as we figure out where this book goes, we'll have another. So we're not doing too bad. What was that? What is that? Oh yeah, the hanging man. I forgot about that. Okay. I was gonna say that genuinely scared me a little bit. Hey there, bud. If I'm not mistaken, the rope breaks, correct? Self-defense gun, we will take that. Suicide note, yep. Oh, I think this is where we put the bookcase. Or the bookshelf. Or the book. Maybe not. I could just be making things up at this point, honestly. Which is probably closer to the case than me actually being correct. We got the handgun magazine. There's something there. More bullets. Okay, yeah, we're good on bullets. If we run out of bullets at any time throughout this game, we're gonna have a problem. I believe there's a door. Yeah, this door. It's either this door or this is the door in and then it's the other door. But one of these goes to, like, the bathroom. It's this door. Okay. Yeah, there snapped the hanging man's rope. Which is fine. Can he walk in here? I actually don't remember. Well-polished mirror. The toilet's over there. Oh, toilet paper that's discolored. Gross. That's always a fun time. Full of dirty water. Pull the plug. Yes, always pull the plug. Even if Granny's on life support, you pull the plug. There's something inside the bathtub, but what is it? Ah, the key. That we do in fact need, but... honestly, the self-defense gun is probably going to go. Wait, can you just... Oh, you can just use the self-defense gun. Okay, we're going to use this on the hanging man. and get rid of it, and then we can continue. Yeah, it was a noble idea to kill yourself, but it did not work, my friend. I'm not gonna lie, I did think that was gonna get rid of it. So that's actually that is on me. That is awkward though. That is really quite awkward. Is it this bookshelf you use that on? No, it's not. Okay, sick. So, anyways, we know where the key is to the power room for the sharks. Now we just have to actually figure out where things go. Wrong way. I thought it was the berry room where the book goes, but I could be wrong. I could easily be quite wrong. Because I should have explored all of these rooms now, right? Yeah. I guess we can just drop the self-defense gun in the item box. I think it'll just be easier, to be honest. How are we doing on health? Caution. If we have any herbs, we'll take it. If not, we'll use that first aid spray. Yeah, we'll drop that off. Do we have any heals in here? No, we don't. Okay, so we'll just... First, we'll fill up on kerosene. I don't think we're going to be running out, but we might. We also probably should have burned the hanging zombie, but oh well. I mean, he's already died twice. Like, if we have to kill him a third time, that's fine. At a certain point, it gets redundant. Oh yeah, and then the Crimson Heads and the Hunters are also enemies in this game. Or the Predators, I don't know what they're called. The weird alien guys. It is interesting to me just how varied, especially the original Resident Evil is compared to the later games. Like, Resident Evil 7 is probably my favorite Resident Evil game. But the enemy variety in that game is absolutely abysmal. Like, there's just the molded and the bakers. And some bugs. Like, what happened to the excitement? What happened to the intrigue? And originally, Shinji Mikami wanted there to be kid zombies in this game. Oh, he did get up. Okay, sick. That's a different zombie, though. That's not the hanging one. The hanging one's in the other room. We'll just leave here because I don't think we'll need to come back into this room at all, actually. Unless this is where the thing is, the book puzzle, but I don't believe it is. Yeah, it's saying it's green, which means we have all the items, and then it's not pointing anything out about color, so I don't believe it's there. And then there's no documents that I can see, so yeah, we'll just be leaving. Hopefully, okay, I was gonna say, hopefully he doesn't get up, but even if he does, we'll just drop him again. We've got enough bullets that if we have to kill the same zombie over and over, it's really not gonna affect us that much. Maybe a teensy bit, but, I mean, probably not. Okay, so now we can get back to this place. I just need to remember where the oil lamp puzzle goes and where the book goes, because both of those are, I'm pretty sure, integral to us getting out of here. And as much as I love this game, I'm honestly really looking forward to playing Resident Evil 2. Because I just finished this game not too long ago. Whereas something like Resident Evil 2 I haven't played in quite a few years at this point. That needs the gallery key. This should be the room to the power key, right? The control room. Same difference. So is it 3? Is it this one? It's this one. Sick. Yo, what up, Resi Rimmer? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, my friend? You just missed a humane. Not really just. It's actually been a minute. But your streak is tuning in first has been broken, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. No, let's not do the ladder just yet. We're trying to figure out where this book goes. If I was a book, where would I be? It's a fair question. Is it in here? Doing pretty well, just playing another game I got addicted to. Except, listen, I'm going to be so for real with you. I think you might have a problem. Listen, and I say that as a friend wanting the best for you. I think you might have a problem. But also, I can't say anything because I've been playing a whole lot of games lately. And by a whole lot of games, I mean a whole lot of games. Been playing a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics, Valkyria Chronicles. I've been playing the Resident Evil games on stream. It's bad. I got it bad. My brain sees the achievements and goes, ooh, give me the big number. I only have one platinum trophy. Or like one game that I've like 100%ed. And to the point where I got a like an achievement for it. But that Crash Bandicoot 1 platinum trophy is like, it's not even a real trophy, and yet it's my prized possession, just in life. I don't know if I'm ever topping that, just in general. So we can't get into the control room now. I don't know if that's enough to deal with the sharks. I genuinely don't remember. It could be anything at this point. There's nothing that it couldn't be. But no, I'd love to hear more about this game that's currently got you hooked. Right now, I've got it bad for Valkyria Chronicles and Final Fantasy Tactics. If a game has strategy elements, there's a really high chance I'm going to fall in love with it. Yeah, it's a problem. Okay, so we should... Oh, it's just all the way around, I remember. As long as we don't get gobbled by the big shark, we should be chill. We should have enough HP to tank hits from if any of the smaller ones are still around. But that big one might insta-kill us. I genuinely don't remember. We use the control room key. Okay, we get rid of the key. Sick. So this part always confuses me because you're on a time limit if this is the part I think it is. It is. Yeah, so this high key, this might actually stress me out just a tiny bit. So I might have to lock in here for a second. Don't take it personally. We'll climb down here though. Yeah, this is bad. I hate this part. This part gets to me. Yeah, there's the pressure regulator. Oh gosh. It's called Cauldron. It's an RPG strategy game that has elements of idling and minigames throw in. You can make it a challenge to play through or just bribe all the enemies from the stuff you earn from the minigames. I like the gameplay loops. I can understand it, dude. There's a lot of... Oh gosh, what is it? The Kirby games are my personal kryptonite. Yeah. Yeah, that's alarming. The Kirby games are always something I fall in love with just because the main stages are like but once you play like Kirby and you get to the mini games and all the like collectibles and stuff, I got it bad for that pink puffball. This thing appears to have gone wrong while the water was being drained. There's a switch to drain the water. Press it. Yes. Okay, and then this is where we have to start worrying. Yeah. Oh golly. Okay. We lock the doors. That's fine. That's chill. Okay, I just have to remember the way you do it. It won't budge until the safety is released. We have to release the safety. But how do we release the safety? Okay. We are going to be running on like a chicken with its head cut off, but it's going to be fine. Release the safety. Okay, we released the safety. Everything's chill. We're okay. Everything is going to be fine. Yes, we pulled the safety lever. Okay. Sick. We covered that up. That's fine. Oil pressure lost. Shelter operation terminated. Restore oil pressure. Okay, we can do that. Luckily, we examined everything before we started. Okay. Switch control the pressure valves. One. Nope, not one. Okay. Two. How about two? Nope. Not two. Okay, let's not do two. Oh, the pressure. No, it was two. Never mind. We're chilling. Okay, so safety's over here. We hit this switch. Pressure shelter's locked. Yes, we release the safety. Okay, sick. We come over here. We pull that. And maybe we'll be fine. Maybe everything will be A-okay. Maybe we don't need to worry. Oh, is that it, actually? Oh, and then now we just drain it. Did I just... Safety has been released, drain the water. Oh. Yeah, I just, like, drastically overcomplicated things. Yeah, I forget that it's actually not that bad. You just have to know what you're doing, or else it gets very stressful very fast. Okay. Now I just feel silly, because that was not even almost a challenge. These ghost enemies are cooking me. My power level is easily 2k over theirs, but they keep dodging everything. Listen, man. Ghosts have already died once, and you've died 0 times. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Oh, it says right there to open Valve 2. It's almost like if you play the game properly and, like, click on things and explore, you actually will not struggle in the slightest. It's almost like that's a generally good policy for video games. It's just to click buttons. We head through here. This should be where we cook the shark, and I do mean we literally cook that shark. I don't know what you call shark meat, but whatever it is, it's going down. We got grenade launchers there. Shows are labeled dynamite. Okay. Sure. Diving suits and nets. Okay. We're chilling. This way. Should be. You now have 8 party members. I have 2 left on the field, and they're just in an infinite combat loop with the ghost because everyone here has amazing dodge. The battle is on 32x speed, and I've been here for 3 minutes. That is brutal. Okay, I take it back. Listen. Maybe the ghosts do have something on you. I mean, are you trying to hit a ghost? Because that does seem like that would be counterintuitive. I can see why that might be a struggle. I can see how maybe that's like an issue. Yeah, here's the big boy. But unfortunately, Papa knows what he's doing. Generator for the water control. No, I think do we push it into the water first? Or maybe we turn it on first. We pull the lever anyways. Either way, the lever gets pulled. Oh, and then do we have to hop down, maybe? I know something happens here, because this shark is absolutely not dead. I remember this. You're not gonna catch me off guard this time, Bruce, or whatever this shark's name is. I just always say the shark from Jaws. But it's a chance that's just not even almost what his name is. Oh, do I have to... Looks like it could electrocute me. Obviously. Do we have to... Yeah, there we go. Now he tries moving on us. Now he thinks is a good time for his schemes. But what if we just... Oh! That's a problem. Okay, we pull the lever up, then drop it, then hit the lever, I guess. Makes sense to me. Okay, it's in. And then just a little trick of the lever. And bam. Now we have whatever you call shark meat. I don't know if there was a second wave of enemies and I got cooked because only 2 teammates left. You won, but at what cost? Well, actually, you lost, but at what cost, I guess would be more apt to say. I'm going to guess that's the gallery key. Am I right or am I right? I'm right. Makes sense to me. Okay, shark is officially dead. It's still spasming, but I imagine that the water just has salt in it. Have you guys seen videos of what happens when you put, like, salt onto, like, super fresh meat? The muscles just start convulsing, and it's really gross, and yet it's very oddly satisfying. If only there was a way to drop this into the water. I know this game is not subtle in the slightest. Like, most of the Resident Evil games aren't. Most of them aren't. However, this one particularly, it's pretty funny. I have a disturbing meat video to show you on that vein. 1 second. Please never refer to anything as a disturbing meat video. If you approach anyone IRL and you say, I have a disturbing meat video to show you, you're going to get punched in the face. Or worse. You might get shot. I will probably play that once we reach this next, like, threshold. I have to say, if this was a pitch meeting and you led with disturbing meat video, Any other person in the world would probably be like, maybe we don't watch disturbing meat, but you know what? We'll see. We'll see what this so-called disturbing meat is, and then we'll talk. But for now, we should be able to open up the gallery. That fire extinguisher still scares me. It's not a weird phobia, it just looks really creepy there. And climb up here. If I heard disturbing meat video, I'd just think it's a meat canyon video, actually. You jest that is any better. Listen, I was showed a meat canyon video, not like a couple years ago. And I genuinely, my like first reaction was, I think I would rather watch gore. Like those videos unsettle me to such a degree that I would rather watch someone get beheaded, I do believe. And I do mean that. I think I would rather watch Funky Town or anything else before I'd watch a Meat Canyon video. And that's not to say anything bad about the guy who animates it. Like, you have to be a talented animator to animate at all. But I just can't do it, man. I can't. Is that another maggot? Dude, we are literally drowning in bullets. We can make a Scrooge McDuck style... Can I shoot those? Okay, I can. Sick. Imagine, if you will, IRL using a gun to shoot bees. Imagine... I mean, I know we live in America, but can you imagine, just for a second... Okay, this is where we need it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to write this in chat, actually, so I can have easy access to it. We got 3 lashes. 2 lashes. And then what is that? No lashes, I guess? We're just going to keep that there for now. For safekeeping. And then... Oh, there's the fumigator. A corpse with a contorted... Yeah. Yeah. And then if I remember correctly, you can't go that way. You have to do it through the hole in the wall on the other side. Or elsewise we will get actually destroyed by that plant. So now we know what we have to grab from the parlor. We can use the insecticide spray over here, and we should be chilling. Emphasis on should. Oh gosh, that is not what I meant to do. I know we live in America and the Second Amendment and all that, but imagine using guns to shoot bees. Honestly, at that point, it just becomes impressive, I think. Yeah. We deal with that insectide problem. By the way, this is a true story. I believe it was the summer before last, we had a yellow jacket infestation in our yard. And the thing that I'll tell you about yellow jackets is those things are resilient as hell. Literally how we ended up killing these things is covering because they burrow in the ground. Like they're fecking, I don't know, groundhogs. They burrow into the ground. And so you just see these holes. They look like little snake holes. And what you have to do is cover, like, the escape with a pan that's heavy. And then you have to get... What we ended up doing was boiling hot water and dish soap. And you pour it down the hole and then cover both exits. And you just melt them to death. I've never felt like such a strategic warrior as when we eradicated the yellow jackets. Or the time I killed a cicada, but that's going to be a story that I'll have to bring pictures for one day. That'll be show and tell this year, is just the cicada story, because it genuinely, to this day, has kind of scared me off of cicadas. So if I'm not mistaken... Green light. Okay. Green light is the 3 lashes. Okay. So 3 lashes is... God damn. Sorry. Habit. Okay, so we know that it's going to be a 6 is 3 lashes. Going to be 6. Okay. Some billiard balls. 6, 6, 6. We're chilling. I'm pretty sure that orange is one of them and then red is one. And orange was 5 and red was 3. Orange was red. No. Orange was 3 and red was 5. No, orange was 5 and red was 3. I remember now. 2 lashes is red, so that's 3. 2 lashes should be 3. And then no lashes should be 5. And if I get it wrong, then I just switch those last 2. Okay, we're chilling. I've had yellow jackets in my childhood home. They fucking sucked. And my friend's house had a massive wasp nest over their front door. Like, literally a square foot nest in the corner of the wall and roof above their door. I know that it's, like, illegal, but if that ever happens to me, I'm burning my house down. I don't care if I'm in the house. I don't care if there are 23 orphans in the house. If I find a giant wasp nest like that inside the house, I'm burning the entire place to the ground, and we're starting over. I will get a contractor's license if that's what it takes. I'm not dealing with that many wasps. Okay, I will just not live there anymore. I will do things that you can't do to those wasps. Okay, and I want you to take that however you choose, but know that the things that I would be doing to those wasps, not sexual in nature, but they are war crimes. I would commit so many war crimes on those wasps, to the point where people would just start to think I'm genuinely concerned. So my guess is that it's 6, 3, 5. Did that not? Oh, you have to do things. I understand. Okay. 6, 3, 5. Is that the sound of success? It is. Sick. And all it took was me writing down everything. My friend's dad just threw a broom at it one day when me and my brother were over there. That's psychotic behavior. That is so... That's bad. I'll say it. That's not a good thing to do. That's not a good strategy for killing wasps. Just throw everything at it. That's a horrible idea. In fact, that might be the worst idea you can do. UMB number 3. Oh, golly. This is where we have to do the 1 plus... Oh, my gosh. I can do math, game. There's something written on... 1 plus 3 equals 4. Really? I wouldn't know. I didn't pass kindergarten? Well, not to brag. I could probably do most of that math when I was like 3 years old. Okay, what... He was a military guy, so I think he was fine, but like what? At a certain point, wasp stings... There comes a point, of statistically speaking, when so many wasp stings have to equal a gunshot wound, right? Like, we can agree on that. Now, I don't know the exact ratio, but with 40 wasp stings, that has to be the equivalent of getting shot at least twice, right? Like... If you could get shot in, like, a non-vital area, like, let's say the side of your leg or, like, the shoulder, at what point do you take getting shot over 40 wasp stings? That is insane. I mean, I guess it's good he wasn't allergic to them. What a hell of a way to die, though. You throw a broom at wasps and then just immediately die. It's happened to people. I know it has. No one that I know, but like it has happened before. Alright, let's read this report. Planet 42 is growing in amazing rage. The T-virus, okay. Drastically morphed its host anatomy as well as its size. Does this not give us any... And destroy the aqua ring. The basement has been like a pool. There's a high possibility that one of the chemicals in the water that's promoting... Okay. Let's determine the specific chemical. Hanging from the ceiling of the first floor. It used air ducts to reach the first floor. We believe the vines are the second means of acquiring nutrients when the plant 42 senses prey. It uses the tentacle-like vines to capture its prey. After doing so, suckers on the vine draw the prey of its blood. Okay, that's horrifying. Some intelligence. Several of our scientists have already fallen victim to the plant. When the uniform petal like flaps open and reveals its vital internals. Okay, so that gave us literally no information. That is good to know. It's good to know that we've got nothing to work with. What's this green... Acidic nitric. Okay, sure. There's a water tap. Sick. That's also acid nitric. And I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm not a scientist. We take an empty bottle. Sure, why not? Can we fill it with water? I mean, we could, but why? You can't carry anywhere. Okay. Yellow 6. Oh, golly. Oh, golly. We're going to have to do some equations and stuff, aren't we? UMB number 3. Does it say any... I mean, I know how to do math, but, like, what component do we need specifically? The game's not being very specific. Is there anything else in this room? Oh yeah, we should be able to go that way now, which is like debatably a good thing. Door plate reads 03. I don't know about this, guys. This is where things start to get a little bit sketchy. I just beat Cauldron again for the 4th time. Is it like a roguelike? Is it like a Slay the Spire type situation? I only know that because that's like the only roguelike I've played. Because Slay the Spires is a great game, and I could see why you'd want to play through that a lot. I have personally only beat that game once because I'm very bad at it, but I can see the appeal. So we'll have to drop something to grab that key. I'm assuming that's the 3 key. Likely. Probably. So where is the closest item box? Because we're going to have to dump quite a few things for this next part, I do believe. We'll probably dump just about everything that isn't the handgun. Different game modes that you can play through the game in, and each time you complete a game mode, the game gets easier by getting a new upgrade that makes everything drastically easier. I'm going to say that that's kind of what the problem with me as a gaming fan is I actually don't know what constitutes something being a roguelike. I also don't know what constitutes something being a Souls-like. Those are just words, man. And, like, some words you shouldn't say. Like, you probably shouldn't say slurs, just as a general policy. But when it comes to, like, gaming words like that, I have no idea. I don't know. At a certain point, I just hear words. And it's that gif from Clone High where it's like, I like your magic words, Magic Man. Or whatever the line is. That's just how it gets to me. Like, I just don't know. I don't know any better. Okay, we're not getting the book. Excuse me, I'm very tired. Or the crank. Or the shotgun for this part. I'm gonna keep the lighter on me, but I am gonna drop the fuel canteen. Because the lighter you need for some puzzles. I should probably... I'm gonna go ahead and save. You can call me a bitch all you want, but, I am gonna pick it up. Just because, like... I said this before. I'm so impatient, one might say, when it comes to video games. If I have to redo, like, 10 minutes of gameplay, like, that's enough for me to just want to not play a game, like, ever again. And that has happened before. There's been numerous games where I've had to redo just, like, 20 minutes of gameplay, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good. And I just leave, because that's the kind of person that I am. If things get hard, I leave. And that equates to multiple things, including sex. Once something starts to get hard, I'm like, I'm out. It's truly tragic. But what can you do, you know? You gotta stay true to yourself. There's a roguelike minigame within Cauldron. So there's a roguelike minigame inside of the maybe roguelike. It's like Inception. Rogueception. So now we go. Oh, no, that's where we just came from. These camera angles throw me off, I swear. Nope, this way. We go grab the key. Roguelikes are a game with a replayability loop and a bunch of upgrades, but no upgrades between runs. Roguelites are the same gameplay loop-esque gameplay, but there's upgrades that you can purchase between runs that stay around. See, the problem with that is those are the same words with one letter of difference. Okay, I'm not dyslexic, but what I have a tendency to do is if I see a couple letters, I usually assume what the rest of the word is. Which I think is probably, like, pretty normal, but, like, you know, it's still a problem. So if I see the letters R-O-G-U-E, and then I see that it ends with, like, an E or an S, like, I'm gonna assume that it's just roguelikes. Because why the hell is there... Why are the words so similar, is what I'm getting at. There's no need for them to be. There are so many words and letters in our English alphabet and dictionary, respectively, that we don't need to be reusing. We don't need to be reusing words, guys. Can we just stop that? There's 26 letters. Just try new ones. Most brains can read words if the first and last words are the same. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if that's I don't have ADHD, but I have some ADHD-like qualities, and I wonder if it's not like that. We'll take this. Okay, here we go. So we need to make 20 to make the V-jolt. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. That's gonna be... What is that? Oh, it's the plant right there. Okay, I was like, what the hell is that? Is there anything I can grab over here? No. Sick. Is there anything behind this dresser? Can I move this dresser? Okay, no, we can't. Sick. Is there an item box in here? No, there's not. So we have to go all the way back and grab the book. That's awesome. Letters, not words. They're the same thing. Okay, you can't have words without letters, and without letters... No, without words, there would be no point in there being letters. Shelves are lined with various soaps. Umbrella brand. Pull out the plug. Always pull the plug. There's something in there. I can see it. I can smell it. Oh, it's just a dagger. Okay. Fine. I mean, I'll take it. I won't complain that much, I guess. Shelves are lined with various soaps and cosmetics. All umbrella brand. Ooh, foreshadowing. As I was saying, these games are not subtle. They progressively got, like, less subtle. No, they progressively got a little bit more subtle, but a Resident Evil game is going to be a Resident Evil game. Either 6th or 7th... Oh, I did not even see where I picked that up from. In either 6th or 7th grade, I did a journal entry for English with every word misspelled like that. Got an A- on it. That's kind of sick, though. Like, I'm not going to lie. I took a creative writing class in my last year of high school, and we had to do daily writing assignments, and I wish that I was that, like, creative, because that is pretty clever. It's like a cool little science trick, you know? I think the most remarkable thing I did in that class, because we had to write daily, like, entries, and we all had to present our daily entry at least once. And I wrote mine about what we had done on my father's birthday, because my father is dead and probably not coming back, as he has been dead for 15 years. But I was telling like a story of what we did on his birthday like that year, because we usually like go eat dinner, you know, that kind of thing. And I made everyone in the class feel bad for me because I had a dead dad, which was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not trying to use the dead dad pass, but it is objectively kind of funny. Listen, I've never claimed to be a perfect person, okay? And so if I can make people feel sympathetic for me because of something that happened 14 to 15 years ago, like, I'm gonna use that as ammo. My dad left when I was 3. Hey! 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 He'll find the milk soon, I'm sure. I'm sure he will, buddy. I'm sure he's just... Gotta learn how to milk a cow first before he can bring back the milk. Any day now. Oh gosh, you're gonna have so much calcium. Oh, it's gonna be great. But no, I just thought that was so funny. Don't worry, I'm sure that's what he's doing. Listen, he's got to find like a proper farmer to teach him the technique and stuff. It's a very complicated process. Any day now, things will get better. I promise. I hope this isn't the 3-door, is it? This is the one room, isn't it? It is. We should maybe be able to make the I keep saying V-jolt. It's not a vagina jolt. Okay, it's a V-jolt. I don't know what the V stands for. Could be vagina. I'm not a woman. What would I know? Yellow 6? Sure? And then empty bottle of red, maybe? No, because we want 4, don't we? No. Did it say... I wonder if in that one note it mentioned what the values of certain ones are. Oh, organic chemistry lab support. I found him on Facebook. I don't talk to him at all, really. Last time I saw him, I was like 6. Yeah, like at that point, like... I don't know, man. At a certain point, I think someone loses their right to be talked to. Maybe that's mean to say, but I don't know. I kind of think it's true. Okay. Okay, let's think about this for a second. UMB number 20. Mixing the VP and UMB in a specific ratio. They have been known to generate toxic gases if missing. Okay, great. Listen, that's what we love to see. If it reaches out to me, I'd be fine talking about it, taking the initiative with it. And like, why would you? Like, what would be the point? Complete the synthesis of V-jolt. You need to combine another chemical. I don't want to. Have they ever thought about that? That maybe I just don't. Maybe I don't feel like it. We can take the empty bottle. I wonder if we fill an empty bottle with water, and then we grab this bottle. Maybe we can dilute. Because this is UMB number 3. So I wonder what happens if we were to mix it with some water. Nope, that's not it. Combine that with that. And we get 4. Okay, and then we combine 4 with 6. See, we're smart. We're intelligent. It's 8 degrees out. Why must it be so cold? See, I love the cold when I don't have to be outside. So for me, this is a perfect arrangement because I don't leave my house. Actually, I don't know if we needed to do that. Because we have 10 and we need 21, I think. What is this, blackjack? Or was it 20? Because if it's 20, then do I just do it again? Because somehow I feel like that can't be right. V17. Oh, I'm such a dumbass. It says on an earlier page. UMB number. It says 20. But surely you don't just do it twice. Although that would admittedly be very funny. I wonder what happens if we add water to 6. What does that make it? We don't need the bottle. I don't think we need a fourth bottle. That would be rather crazy. My room is the furthest from the furnace, and I have 2 windows with no insulation around them. My room is hella freezing in winter and way too hot in winter. My hands are icicles. Have you tried hanging up blankets over the windows? That is what we have done for many a year now. So what did that make? That made 7. I don't know why I said 7 like that. I didn't love that that's how I said it. You'll be number 3. Okay, so then if I combine 7 with 3, you failed in the sense of V. What do you mean I failed? Objection, Your Honor. I don't think that failing is a thing that I would do. UMB number 10. Okay. Listen, guys, we're going to have to lock in here. I don't love the things that we're going to have to do, but we're going to have to do them. There's only 2 possible things to do. So maybe if we add that to something, maybe we do need, who knows, maybe you do need all 4 bottles. Just seems kind of redundant to me. Oh, blackout curtains, but I keep one of them uncurtained because I still like natural light. What are you, Amish? You imagine liking natural light. Imagine enjoying the sunlight. Imagine going outside. This guy really thinks that we're gonna believe he goes outside. But I have to like combine 6 and 7. No 6, 7 for me, boys. No 6, 7. Okay. We take 6. We take 3. This is literally just me guessing, by the way. I have no idea. Okay, Mr. 364 days on Twitch. Okay, Mr. No Days Off. Son of a... Of course, you being so active on Twitch is directly beneficial to me. So, like, I don't know how far I want to push that. Because it does directly help me. So, it's kind of a parasitic relationship. I have become the bottom of feeders. What happens if we combine it with water, and then we combine it with water again? Nothing. Okay, great. I love that. What happens if we grab red and mix red with water? Okay. We fill one. Okay, now we combine water with red. And that makes 4. Okay. And then we grab 6. And we add 6 to 4. And then we combine 10 with 10. And that just gives us more. That's not how math works. You can't add 10 to 10 and get 10. That's not how the law works. Oh, golly. I'm scared. If I add water to 10, what happens? Fuck me, dude. Why? Okay. Listen, we're going to figure this out. My hands are moving at half the speed I'd like them to, and I need to go to the bathroom every 10 minutes to warm them up under hot water. I'm trying to think of a good solution to this problem. Use the natural heat of your mouth. Lick your hands instead. It'll be really fun, I promise. Your body produces water naturally. Okay? So, like, make yourself sweat, or lick your hands, or urinate. Yes, urinate on yourself, and then you'll be warm for a couple seconds. It's a perfect plan. Have I ever led anyone astray? I don't think so. Piss hand's great. Listen. When you pee, usually it's like warm, right? Like that's generally how things work. And we all know that yellow, which is the color of urine, is the color of the sun. And if you were closer to the sun, you'd be warm. So the math all tracks. There's no part of the math that doesn't work. I'm literally going to kill myself. I hope that I can say that on Twitch without getting just insta-banned. It instantly freezes when it leaves your body. Are you in Pennsylvania or are you in Alaska? Because if you're in Alaska, my tricks no longer work. I actually have a pretty strict non-Alaskan help. Antarctica? Cut open a polar bear and crawl inside of it. Okay. What happens if I combine water with water? Do we get more water? No, we just get the same amount of water. I feel like this game just does not know how things work. Okay, we combine 6 with 4 to... I'm going to lose it. I've never felt so inadequate in my life. Okay, we got yellow number 6. We fill up water. Okay, we add the water to yellow number 6. No. Okay, combine that with that. We get UMB number 7. What happens if we add water to 7? We're going to figure this out, guys. We're going to lock in. Okay, that doesn't work. So, we got to get to 7. And we know now that adding water to 10 doesn't help. But there's only so many possible combinations is what's throwing me off. Okay, we get water, and then we need to get another water. And then we fuse that with that. And then what happens if we add water to 4? Does it also fail? It also fails. Okay, sick. That is good to know, though. So we fill up 2 bottles with water. Throwing a pot of boiling water in the air and it freezes before it touches the ground. Listen, at that point, you just gotta consider not living in Antarctica. Like, at a certain point, you can only blame yourself. You know, and I don't love that that's the case, but, like, it's just how the world works sometimes. And then we combine that with... I swear that's how that works. That's how we did it earlier. What the fuck? This is how it works. 6 and 4, historically... makes 10. Yellow 6. And then red 3. Oh, I see what the problem is. It looks like a water tap. Oh, we already have the water. Okay, see, I remember now. We add the water to the 3 to make it a 4. And then we combine the 4 and the green to make 10. And then we don't add water to 10 to make it happen. What happens if we add water to... Not 3. I shouldn't have done 3. Oh, what happens if we just add 6 and 9? Or 3 and 9, I should say, I guess. Okay, that doesn't work. So let's grab a yellow 6. What happens if we add 2 yellows together? I feel like a scientist. Oh, it just makes 1 yellow, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay. Yellow 6. Okay, and what if we put water in with yellow? What does that give us? That gives us 7. What about 10 and 7? That should give us 17. Okay, and then if we add 3 to it, does that do it? I'm hoping. Red and blue makes purple, which I think is the correct color. Hey, V-Jolt. Okay, sick. Can I get rid of all of these bottles, please? I guess not. Now we just have to figure out where we put this thing. But we're one step closer. That genuinely was the part of the game I was scared of doing the most. So I'm glad that we have it done. I thought it was going to be a little bit trickier than that. And you might be saying, well, Brett, it just took you like 30 minutes to do that. And you would be right. It did, in fact, take me a very long time to do that. But I thought it would be worse, to be honest. I thought it was going to take like 31 minutes. you know, maybe 32. But I believe the hive of it is in this bathroom, so this might do it? Maybe? If we, no. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Do we put it in the bathtub, I wonder? Because it does seem to be sucking nutrients from the bathtub. Or I could just be completely wrong with how we use it. It could be that we use it somewhere else, or that we have to have another item to use it. I honestly don't remember. Okay, we don't use it there. Yeah, the roots. You would think that the roots are where you target, right? I'm not stupid? Okay, that didn't do it. So maybe this just isn't how you do it. What happens if I shoot it, I wonder? I just unequipped my gun. Why don't I just shoot it? Nothing? Okay, nothing. So I think we have to go upstairs or something. We can't do it down here. We also need to get rid of all of these bottles. We have the red book to put in somewhere. Maybe the red book is how we get to it, actually, now that I think about it. Do we have the red book? We do have the red book. Okay, sick. So, yeah. We need to put the book in there. We use that. And we gotta reorder the books. Okay, so the lady's feet goes at the end. Feet picks. Okay, and then we switch, like, let's say that and that. Is that... Okay, that's right. Yeah, and then... Is it... No, not that one. This and that? That does it. Okay, sick. We get that one out of the way. On a scale from 1 to 7, what's your favorite flavor of the alphabet? 6. 6 is probably my favorite flavor of the alphabet. But I also like cranberries. So, you know, take that as you will. Or craisins. Craisins are pretty sick. Oh, golly. Oh, golly gee willikers, Batman. This is not a good situation to have just walked in on. What if I just go here and use it? Can I just, like, chuck it at it, or... I've got to say, this was not on my bingo card. This was not what I expected to happen. Huh. What if I light this? Can I light this on fire? Okay, never mind. Ow! Okay. Did I do this wrong, or am I just not seeing where to go? Because the door refuses to open. Yeah, that's what I was scared it was going to say. Okay, and my gun isn't loaded. Did it reload, or... Okay. See, because I'd really rather not die. It's just kind of a quirky choice of mine, is that I would just rather not. Am I not hitting it at all? Okay. Okay. Now can I use the vigil? Or did I... Okay. Where is its heart, I guess, is the question. Because I cannot seem to figure out where the V-Jolt goes. And that's not a good thing, just in general. I'm going to die. And that's not great. Yeah, this is, in fact, kind of bad. Yeah, there we go. Son of a bitch. Ugh. So... I did not know that's where that door went. I'm not going to lie. How far does that set us back, I wonder? Because it's kind of far, I do believe. Which is not, you know, ideal. But at least we saved when we did, I guess. I think we'll have to remake the V-Jolt, but I know how to do it now, so it shouldn't be too bad. Fight your fears. Yeah, sure. So what? Because we should have saved... Yeah, okay, we have the bottle. Okay, sick. We're chilling. So I think what happened is we just did things in the wrong order. I don't think we were supposed to go fight the Vigil yet. And if we were, then I have no clue. Maybe for now, just in case we have to fight anything, we take the... Oh, do we not have any shells for the grenade launcher? I guess we don't. I guess we can just drop those off for now. And then we know for a fact we don't need the lighter. So maybe we grab the shotgun as well. The assault shotgun, at least. Yeah. We'll grab that. It's a little bit weird of an inventory hierarchy, but I think that it'll give us a better chance if we have to fight the plant, which I hope we don't. I really hope we don't. I would not love to fight it like that. I know that's how you do it for Chris's, but I think for Claire's, I mean, the V-Jolt has to do something, or else there'd be no point in it existing. So it has to, like you have to be able to do something with it. I just don't remember what it is. I just gotta figure out where you use it. If I was a plant, how would I want to be used? What's your favorite nut? I have a tie for number one, but I'll tell you what my second favorite is. I'll say cashews. My second favorite is definitely cashews. My first one's tied, so I can't really give out more information than that. Okay, so I guess we go in here. I think I'm a macadamia guy. As long as it's not like a Brazil nut, then that's like a valid answer. I can't do Brazil nuts. They're too hard. The Brazilians, their nuts are too hard. You know, and take that as you will. Okay, so let me think for a second. We make, I think it's 4, right? Okay, we make this into 4, and then we combine this with that, and then we grab more of this, make it 7. I don't think I've ever had any Brazilian nuts, so I can't say for myself. You're missing out, dude. No, they're just really hard to crack, and even the inside is hard. So I guess Brazilians are just constantly hard. Number 7, we mix with 10, and then we grab the red, and we add that to the pot, and then we have a pretty good thing going on. Yeah, that gives us the V-Jolt. And then, if we examine it, it's a distinctively brown liquid, okay? Does it tell us anything more than that? Like how to use it, like what we do with it, or are we just kind of, are we not doing that? Can I combine it with something? No, I guess not. So I guess we'll come back to that. I know peanuts aren't technically nuts, but I'm so much in them here. They make my throat a little spicy, so I don't eat them much. I'm not allergic enough to them, it's a problem. It's like an intolerance for me. I'm the same way with cucumbers. I can eat pickles, but I can't eat cucumbers, or else my throat starts feeling a little funny. And I don't love the way it feels. I'll say it. I'm secure. I don't love my throat being itchy. But then sometimes beans also make my throat a little bit itchy, but I eat those anyways. I guess I just don't like cucumbers enough for it to be worth it. I do think it's funny how food allergies work, though. Like, what do you mean some people just can't eat certain things? Like, that's just such a weird quirk that hasn't been worked out evolutionarily. Like, I have a friend who's deathly allergic to dairy. Like, why? Just, like, what went wrong and where for someone to be able to die because they eat dairy? Like, it doesn't seem like that should be how things work. So what does this book do? Oh, that's the chemistry lab thing. Okay. Does it say where to use it? Apply directly to the root of the plant. But we know where the root is. We know where the root is. It's in the bathroom. So Snickers are some chocolates give me the same throat tingliness, so a wild Snickers or a wild experience for me. I guess for you, Snickers, like you aren't you when your Snickers, like, definitely applies. Yeah, so we don't need to go that way. I don't think. Oh, or is this the roots? Do we apply it here? No. Listen, we're gonna figure out where these fecking V-Jolt gets used at. If it's the last thing I do. I am going to put in the book. Or no, use. We are gonna go ahead and put it in just because we're gonna have to at some point anyways, so we'll go ahead and reorder them. Should be that goes there. We just did this, so it shouldn't be like that hard to do. Yeah, you literally just do that, and then that gets it set up. But we need to make sure we don't go in there. I've always wanted to try chestnuts. I also do not think I've eaten chestnuts. That's kind of a lapse in my area of expertise, because I would say that I'm somewhat of a connoisseur of nuts. I've had a lot of them, and yeah, that is one area where I don't have much experience, to be honest. So we know that the V-Jolt has to be used, like, here, right? Because the roots are right here. Where else would we use the V-Jolt at? And yet the game dares to taunt me. We can pull the plug out. I thought maybe we had to put the V-Jolt in the bathtub, but I guess not. Something in the bathtub. Yeah, pick it up. I'm going to play through Song of Horror. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that game. It's vaguely Resident Evil-like. It has a lot of decisions in it that I really hate. But I would love to play through that on stream sometime. I think that I might, honestly. I want to start branching out and just streaming wild things. I found that at first I wanted to play games that I thought people would watch. And I definitely do plan to go back into Stardew. But I played games that I thought people would watch and games that I kind of enjoyed. But now I just want to play games that I enjoyed, because I think people are always going to find the channel anyways. Like, obviously, more people can find it other ways, but I'd rather play, like, something I'm personally super interested in. Not that I don't like something like Zomboid, it's just not, like, my favorite game ever. Like, it's still a good game, and I'll definitely play it again, but it's not, I don't have as much love for it as something like Resident Evil. So if I was me, how would I do this? Do we use it in the Aqua Ring? Surely that's not correct. That doesn't seem like that would be correct. And yet I can't think of where else we would apply it, because we don't use it on the roots. There's nothing up here besides the hornet's nest that we killed. This part of the game is always what confuses me. Is it the Aqua Ring? I don't think so. I mean, we can check. Like, nothing bad is going to happen if we check. I just don't think it's there. If I'm wrong, though, then that's fine, too. It's not going to be the end of the world either way. I just want to figure out how we're meant to destroy this all. I'll be streaming for the first time in, like, 4 months tomorrow, trying out Hytale. I will probably try and see if I can't catch you live. I will have to make sure my Twitch notifications are on. But honestly, I would love to see, because I've seen word of Hytale everywhere, and I don't know what it is. I've heard of it. I've heard of its praise, but I still do not know what a Hytale is, and I would be interested in seeing. The only Hytale that I know of is hightailing it out of here. Is the only Hytale I know of. Because I practically invented that. So we have to go this way. There should also be things and stuff in here. There's like magnum bullets around here. So it could be that that's all that's down here. It's similar to Minecraft with the graphics, but it plays more like Terraria with the classes and bosses, from what I've heard. I've also never played Terraria. So that does not, like, narrow things down at all, but I do appreciate the attempt at an explanation. Yeah, Magnum rounds. Sick. We just don't have a Magnum to use them in, but it's good to know that we have them. We've got half of the equation. We just need the other half, which is, arguably the more important half. But we can get to that road when we get there. That's where the shark died. Grenade rounds? We can take that. That's fine. If anything, we can always fire those off, so that's chill. Even if this isn't where the plant is, like, I'm glad we did come down here anyways, just to grab a couple things. Minecraft with dedicated classes and more varied progression and way more bosses. I can see the appeal. I have to say, though, like, I get the random 2-week Minecraft kick like most people do, but Minecraft has never been, like, one of my favorite games. Like, historically, it's one of the games I have the most amount of time in, but it's not a game that I would, like, ever list in my, like, top 10, probably even my top 20, honestly. It's just never been a favorite of mine. If I was gonna say, like, a survival game, or, like, any game like that, I genuinely think the closest thing that I would say is probably, like, Animal Crossing. And that's not even almost Minecraft. But, like, the similar elements, I guess, of, like, crafting and fishing, I would definitely say Animal Crossing, like, New Horizons before I would name Minecraft. And I just don't know if that's a conversation the world is ready to have. Terraria is probably my favorite game. That's wild. Not because there's anything wrong with Terraria. It's just, like, my favorite game of all time is probably Persona 5. Which is, like, pretty different from something like Terraria. And that's kind of the fun thing about games. Is, like, my favorite games are all, like, story/narrative based. But some people absolutely hate those kinds of games. And I think that that's, like, really cool. Like, Telltale's The Walking Dead is one of my favorite gaming series. But some people would argue that those aren't even really, like, games. They're more of movies, if anything. Or visual novels. Like, at what point do you say, oh, this isn't a video game, it's, like, a whole different thing? It's just crazy. I'm a creative spirit and I need to express myself. That's actually, that is a valid point. I like to think that I'm a creative person. My creativity just doesn't usually stem in games. If a game has building, I'm going to sink a lot of time into it. I can definitely see it. Like, I can see the appeal. I've just never been personally vested in those types of games. But that's just me. First aid box. Is that the last thing that's up here? I was really hoping that this would be where the plant is, because otherwise I have no clue. And it seems like that is unfortunately going to be the case. I should be able to leave this way. And if I can't, then it's going to be really embarrassing. But it'll be fine. I might genuinely have to look up where to use the V-Jolt, because I can't remember. And I also don't know if I'm not using it right or if I'm not in the right place, because those are two very different situations. The guard room. Is there anything in the guard room? If I was a giant plant root, where would I be? Is what this all boils down to. Yeah, this. Is this it? Use. Aha! I'm a genius. Okay, sick. We're chilling. I was genuinely about to look it up, so I was like, where do we use it? You probably don't need the bottle anymore. Throw it away. Yeah, get rid of all of the bottles, please. Okay, sick. And then there's got to be, like, something over here, right? Or no. Yay or nay, is there anything over here? Because it's looking like nay, which is slightly anticlimactic. Yeah, there's nothing over there. Okay, well, at least we killed the plant. We've killed the shark and the plant today. So if nothing else, at least we have made a decent amount of progress. So now we just need to leave. What's the easiest way to leave from here? Because I don't know if we can leave that way. I think we have to go down. And not in the fun way, unfortunately. We have to go down in the sense of an actual ladder that needs to be descended, which is not nearly as fun as some other kind of going down, maybe. There's nowhere I can go from here, actually. I don't think. Or wait, yeah, there is. Yeah, we go this way. And then we go this way, and everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to work out fine at the end of the day, and more than anything else, that's what we need to, like, pay attention to, you know? Like, bad things are always going to happen in games and in real life. But eventually, like, we're going to survive, and it's going to be okay. And I think that that's what the headline should be. Peanut butter crackers and beef jerky kind of goes hard together. If beef jerky or peanut butter gets you hard, then I think you have a problem. Like, I really love sushi. I don't think I've ever gotten hard by eating sushi. At least not by itself. I have to say, that is a weird sounding combination. And as a... I don't eat beef or pork. It wouldn't be my thing. However, I can respect the vision. I think that because I wouldn't say peanut butter is like overly sweet. So I can appreciate the vision even if I don't see it. You know what I mean? If you tell me about a random dream you had last night, like, I haven't seen the dream, but, like, I can understand that it's a dream. And kind of the same logic applies here. Like, it wouldn't be my thing, but I can see that if it's your thing, like, that's probably okay. Probably. I don't really know. But anyways, now the plant should be dead. We can finally get back to wherever it is we're going. There aren't that many more boss fights in this game left. I think we're nearing the end, I want to say. I think we have a couple more areas to do, but it shouldn't be anything too crazy. Do I have ink ribbons on me? I don't. I'm going to go and pick these up and save, just because if for some reason that plant's still alive and I die, I'm not redoing all of this. I would simply move on to the next game. And that would be a shame when we're so close to finishing one anyways. Ever had a recursive dream where you just keep waking up? Do you mean a dream in which the dream is about me waking up, or a dream that I have, like, recurrently and always wake up from? Because I've had both. Usually I just have recurring night terrors, but I have had a couple dreams where I wake up inside my dream and then I wake up again. And it's really uncomfortable, and I don't like that that's a thing that happens. Where you keep waking up but you're still in a dream. I mean, I wouldn't say where I've, like, continued to do it multiple times, but, like, it's happened, like, once or twice, maybe, where I'll wake up from my dream. Oh, snap, it's still alive. Kill it!
What the hell is this thing?
David Harbour, kill it!
Jill!
Chill! Kill it! What are you doing, you idiot? Fire hot! Burn! Burn, bitch! Burn! Okay, thank you, Barry. Holy. Okay. Chill. Chill, chill, chill. Now we're baking. Is that what a prolapse looks like? I'm not going to answer that question. But if you mean vaguely Demogorgon-like, then yes.
I thought it was finished.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Listen, you guys can get a room if you need to finish, but,
Thanks again.
Don't mention it.
Ooh.
What was
HR is gonna have words about this, is all I'm saying. Can you heal me, Barry?
Something about that mansion still bothers me. But I think I'll stay here a little longer.
Speak your truth, David
We
Harbour.
should split up again and investigate.
All right.
Didn't know she was into tentacle monsters. Have you not seen Resident Evil Rule 34? I mean, I haven't. Let's get that clear right off the bat. Okay, I haven't. But like, have you not? Because oh boy, she's definitely into tentacles. I'll let your mind picture in the rest, but just speaking for a friend, I'd say she likes tentacles probably a lot. A lot. You know, like like whoa. I'd rather not picture the rest personally. From what people have been telling me, you might be missing out. You know, like just maybe you might be missing out, but I can respect that. I can respect that. The general rule, though, anyone in any piece of media ever probably likes tentacles, is all that I'm gonna say. Oh God, what's this? What's this? Oh, Wesker.
Wesker.
We're chilling.
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say.
I apologize. It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
I understand. Anyway, it's good that you're safe.
Did you notice? Barry, it sounded a little flaky.
Now that you mention it, yeah. I'll keep a close eye.
Maybe it's quite natural under these circumstances. It's not really our standard operation. Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
I agree.
How could anyone see this man?
Mansion we can't get into because they're locked up. I've been looking for ways to.
Okay, if there's anything, I'll go back to the other mansion.
I'm counting on you.
Has anyone ever seen a man like that before and thought, huh, that looks like a person I can trust? Because that's just like I don't mean to speak ill of the people that have been felled by his hand, but like if you trust a man who looks and talks like that, I can't help you anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can only do so many things, and if you're gonna play stupid games, then like you can't be surprised when you win stupid prizes. But now we get to finally leave this place. Here's my I guess statement about Resident Evil games as a whole, okay? Every Resident Evil game that I've played, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 0, they all start off really, really strong. And then as you progress, things just get slightly less interesting over time.
This is Brad. Come in, Stars Alpha Team. Come in.
Yeah, there's a Resident Evil 0.
Does anybody hear me?
I hear you, Brad. Over.
Stars Alpha Team.
There's the way that the games work is there's 0 is first, and then there's 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica X, and then 4, and then 5, and then Revelations 1, and then 6, and then Revelations 2, and then 7, and then Village, and then Requiem, which is about to come out.
Shit. It's broken.
And those are just like the mainline games. Like the... Not mainline, but those are just like the primary games. Then you have like Umbrella something. You lost me after like the second thing you said. Yeah, no, it's a lot. That's why Resident Evil is for all that I love about it. That's why the stories all basically boil down to like science did a bad thing, because I don't think anyone is gonna like play every single game, and that includes me. And I love the games, but like, am I ever gonna finish both Revelation games and Code Veronica? Probably not. I haven't even played 5 and 6. But that's like the beauty of it, is like you don't have to, you know? It's like Final Fantasy, kind of. You can just kind of play whichever one you want. You should try out Crow Country. This is going to sound really weird. I'm getting a lot into Corvids lately. I think they're so neat. And so, you know what? If it's got crows in it, you know, maybe I will. I have not personally heard of this country of crows, But the name alone does got me intrigued. I have to say. And everyone knows that that's how you decide to play. That's how you decide if you want to play a game or not. Is you use the title. I do believe... Oh, we don't have the crank on us. Son of a bitch. Okay. I don't know if we need it yet. Because right now we're just going back to the mansion, right? It's very akin to RE stories. Well, at first you had my attention. Now you've got my curiosity. We have to be careful that we don't just directly walk into the fecking... Oh golly, what is it? The woman in chains, but not in a sexual fun way. Oh snap, I can't call that up. That's actually not great. I know there's something you gotta do at some point where you gotta switch the battery around, but like I was hoping to not do that yet. Because we might need the crank to do it. I genuinely forget. I know there's like a cave we have to go into at one point, or at least you do in Chris's campaign. I don't actually know how different the two are. Oh, it's all the way around there, and I can't get to it. Okay, this actually might be sort of a problem. No, it's not. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Never mind. I've overthought things. You fool. You've activated my trap card. It's overthinking. I'm really good at it. Alright, so it should be... Which way is it then? Is it down here? Yeah, I just did not know that you could go that way. Sick. This will get us back into the mansion. You never checked out the meat video? Let me get to this. There should be a save in this next room, I think. That is a good point, though. You are correct. I did genuinely forget about that. Ooh, can I read that? Bulletproof things and chains. Okay, he fixed the door. Sick. That is what Papa likes to see. We are going to go ahead and pick up a first aid spray, and then we'll pick up this grenade launcher ammunition. Oh, they don't stack. Interesting. Everything else stacks in this game, so I do find that kind of curious. But we'll go and pick them up. Oh, they're acid shells, that's why. Okay, makes sense. Let's get into this save spot and look at this. I can't believe I'm saying this disturbing meat video. Which is just not... Listen. It's not a thing you want to hear. Like, I really don't mean to harp on that. That's not a sentence you want to hear. Can you imagine? I don't know what the male equivalent of a guy... fuck. I forgot about this. Oh, God. Now I gotta deal with the savage hunters or whatever they're called. Oh, man. I hate these things. What even are they? Do we ever get an explanation of what the fuck these things are? Yeah. No, don't love that. He looks like a frog goblin. He is a frog goblin. That's the neat part. Sometimes, man, I forgot that the original Resident Evil is so crazy because it has so many enemies. And the later games just don't have nearly as many. Oh my fuck! Listen. That did not happen. For the record. Definitely didn't get scared there. Oh boy. Sure glad I played that one off. That would have been really embarrassing to be scared by the least scary looking enemy in the game. Ha 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 ha. 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 Huh. That's just a fun time. Okay, we can't stack them, so I was not incorrect. Huh. Out of all of the things that have ever happened, that is one of the most unpleasant. I'm gonna be straight with you. Maybe I'll be gay with someone else at another time, but I'll be straight with you guys. Holy fuck, that scared me. I got scared by a butterfly once, you good? My heart isn't. That scared me so bad. I don't even know why it got me. I was just... Listen, I didn't expect there to be two that close together. I expected the game to be nice and, like, space them out, but no. I just get... I don't even know what word to use in that sentence. Yes, we'll use an ink ribbon. Holy fuck. Okay, now I want to watch the damn meat video because that genuinely just gave me a heart attack. Holy fuck, dude. Okay, thank you for reposting it. I was not looking forward to scrolling all the way back up. Oh my god, dude. I'm not... Listen. I'm not getting over that. That wasn't a fun time. Okay, we delete the one space. We delete the second space. Oh, no. Oh, no. Someone wants to put their dick in that. Oh, no. Someone wants to have intercourse with that piece of meat, and I don't like that. Okay, guys. Let's... Oh, no. Oh no. Why is this crop so weird? I'm gonna add a new window capture, screw it. Let me maximize this. Oh my gosh. I don't like it. Oh no. We're gonna put a camera over it. Oh my. I just... Huh. Okay. I accidentally muted myself. Don't worry about that. I don't know. You said there's music to this. I'm gonna just roll it because I kind of forgot how to get audio through OBS. But I can tell you right off the bat, just right from the get-go, some sick freak in this earth, they want to stick their penis into this piece of meat. And I don't like that I'm saying that. I'm also showing my Discord chat, so that's not what I wanted to do. Why do I have so many... I need to clean up my OBS one of these days. No? Okay, there we go. Someone wants to stick their penis into this piece of meat. And I don't like saying that. Out of all of the sentences in the world, that's not, like, one that I want to say. And it keeps switching, so I have to keep it maximized. I'm trying to get better at this, guys. I promise I am. That's my Twitch. Okay, let me go back to... Where's the meat? I hate this. Okay. If I go back to the meat... then that should put it back on my stream. Okay, cool. Oh, God. Why do I do the things I do? Oh, no. Okay. Okay. See? You're showing a lot of orifices. Oh, my God. No! No, 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 no. No, fishy. No, oh, okay. Okay. Nope. Kermit. Huh. If I go to a supermarket and I see that, I'm killing myself. Oh, no. Oh. Not the octopus? Okay. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 friend. It's not coming back to life. Damn it. That's not how it works. I don't want to watch fucking Naruto. Ah. Okay. You know how I said, oh, I'm glad to watch the meat video now because now I don't have to worry about the scary thing? I lied. Okay, that was way worse than fecking Kermit the Frog killing me. Fuck! Thanks for the white circle around the chicken. I couldn't see it. I wish I couldn't see it either. Holy, dude. That was not... Listen, out of all of the videos of mysterious meat I've ever seen, that's gotta be the worst one. That's horrible. Chickens should not be moving like that when they're not alive anymore. There should be laws about that. I don't care. Kill it again. There's gotta be order to things. You know, there's gotta be laws and limitations and everything. You can't just be clucking around once you're already dead. Awful. It gets 0 big booms from me. No booms at all. Negative booms. Moobs, if you will. Oh. Okay, for some reason my automod bans the word death, so that's chill. The science behind it is the chemicals that were created of stress and anxiety before death were stored in the muscles. The muscles release that stored energy finally. That's so bad, though. Listen, I understand that science is like a thing that happens. You know, you got like denial being a river in Egypt, and then you got like science being a thing that happens. But like that doesn't mean I have to like enjoy that that's how it works. Right? Like we can agree that like sometimes science shouldn't happen. Like just because something scientifically should happen doesn't mean I want it to. Like, it's important to know how cancer forms, but, like, I don't want cancer. And, like, it's important to know how meat, you know, reacts once it's dead, but I don't want to see it. What happens if it's a... You know what? Hey, riddle me this, Batman. What if it's a person? What if it's a person? Then are they going to react like that? Because if they do, I'm going home. I'm leaving. My skin is so tingly after that. I don't like it. I feel like I'm being crawled over with like locusts or something. It's very unpleasant. I don't enjoy this feel. No! Fuck you, dude. Why? I hate them. I do not want green eggs and ham. Oh, I thought I just died for a second. I was like, are you serious? This is on easy difficulty. Okay? Can we just make that very clear? This is easy difficulty. The game don't get easier than this, and I'm being bombarded by fecking Kermit the Frog on roids. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Why are you so... I used it... Okay. Who? Huh. Sound like fecking Tweedledee and Tweedledum when that happens. My fucking god, dude. Why? What did you prove? Keroid the Frog? Dude, I'm about to Kermit myself to a psych ward. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know what it is. I blame the meat. Like, I know it happened technically before the meat incident, but the meat incident didn't help. There's gonna be another one in here, isn't there? Can you guys just not, please? I don't know why the music gotta be like that. Why the music gotta sound like that? I don't like when the music swells. It's kind of a quirky thing about me. I don't really like when the music swells like that. What's with the Behold the Krabby Patty door animation? I think it's essentially the same thing as how games now have that shuffling mechanic to get between, like, rocks or something to hide a loading screen. It's the same concept. This game's just old. And also originally it was supposed to be in first person, so I think that's why the doors specifically look like that. Is originally this entire game was going to be in first person, but then it didn't work out, so I think that's just kind of a leftover remnant of that. Oh no. Talking about disturbing meat, and then this happens. There's something... It's not dated, nothing's changed. I never thought that this room I designed as an experiment would pay off like this. I can hide safely here for a while. Because no one knows about the secret behind this painting of a mansion in the back of the art room. I remember that because it doesn't do anything. So that's why it's all security camera footage. I think that is mostly has to do with the game was just old and bad. Because this game originally released in 96. And while this is like an HD remake of it, it is like pretty exact to the replica. And in 96, I just don't think they figured out that you could like have different camera angles. Back in 96, they were like we don't fucking know how this game works. We just know it kind of works sometimes. There's some kind of internal organ inside. You can't tell if it comes from... Oh, no. See, Mario 64 camera was jank as hell, exactly. Sunshine's camera was jank as hell, and it released in, like, 2004 or something. Hot take, guys. I don't like this room very much. Could this be a telescope? I don't know, Jill. Is it? Is it a telescope? I feel like it's really 50-50 either way. Oh, no. Okay, ink ribbons. Sure, that's fine. That's fun. More internal organs. Great. You know, I think Sunshine was 01 to 03. I could be completely wrong. Hot take, though. I actually really freaking love Sunshine. One day I'm going to stream Sunshine to 100% completion. Oh, July 12th, 02. So, yeah, you were right. But, yeah, man. Oh, fuck. No. Back down, Tubby. And there's a dagger? Sick. That's what Papa likes to see. But yeah, people just didn't know how games worked for a while. Okay, the jewelry box. Is this another one of the things where I have to press the buttons in a weird order? There's nothing unusual. Yeah, there's going to be switches somewhere, aren't there? No? Around recession. Okay, so we have to put something in there. And I don't think we can use our penis, unfortunately. It's very sad. I also forget that you can't fecking drop items in this game. It just doesn't let you. Is there nothing else back here? Besides the herbs? I guess not. I also just don't recall this game on Chris's side, but I could be wrong. If you saw how people had to make the games back then, it's a miracle they made something as good as that with that software. Oh yeah, dude, I love Sunshine. Sunshine is one of my favorite, like, Nintendo games / platforming games just in general. I think that it's, like, way overhated. I think it's... I've never actually played very far into 64, but if it's anything like Sunshine, then I imagine when I finally get around to playing it, I'll really like it. Sunshine, I love the versatility of Sunshine. I love using the flood nozzle. Corona Mountain gives me aneurysms. Is that the volcano in Sunshine? Because if it is, then also same. That level I was dreading going into, and honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it was still pretty fucking bad. I don't love that. Just putting it out there, I don't love the sound that just made. Like, if we could keep that to a minimum, actually, that would be pretty sweet, actually. But no, so many, especially Super Mario Sunshine, get so, like, hyped up as being, like, super difficult. And it is, don't get me wrong. But, like, I remember I used to watch a lot of the J-Wits on YouTube. He was one of my favorite YouTubers growing up. And he still is one of my favorite YouTubers, I'll say it. But I remember he made multiple videos about how difficult Sunshine was and how, like, the Pachinko machine was one of the hardest Mario levels and Corona Mountain was a nightmare. And it's not that they're not, but if you go in with that level of, like, dread, like, it's just never going to match it. Most of the time. I personally just didn't find Sunshine to be that difficult in general. Like, it definitely gave me a lot of trouble, and I'm not good at it by any means. But it wasn't, like, Dark Souls levels of hard. Or maybe I'm just really bad at Dark Souls. I don't know. Dude, I want to play Dark. I am so excited just to be streaming again. There's so many games that I want to play on stream. And, you know, it's just nice to be back into it. It's nice to be doing something different. Because I would love to play through the Dark Souls games on stream. Because I've never finished a Souls game. Oh, this fecking room. I'm scared of Souls-likes. I love Hollow Knight and Silksong. I have not played that much Hollow Knight, and I've not touched Silksong. I'm excited to at some point. Yeah, this is where we learned that we're supposed to be killed. So that's a fun time. What's over here? Survival dagger? Sure. We can't pick anything up right now. How does this work? I forget. We press that and the lights turn off. And then... I don't want to pick that up. We might have to go find an item box to just drop stuff off at. But I know we... push around here. Then we hop up here. And we can press a switch on it, I do believe. I may not have it aligned properly. No? What is it I'm doing wrong, I wonder? Oh, there's a second box over here. Maybe I have to... How do you do this puzzle? Do I have to run up to it? Like that? No, because then I can't release it. Yeah, it's attached link and refuses to budge, because you have to do both of them. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to start this part over, though. Okay, yeah, we can take the jewel out, but the problem is we don't have any inventory space. So we're going to have to go find an item box and drop stuff off at. Because even though Jill has 2 more inventory spaces than Chris, for some reason you never have enough inventory space in this game. What's the closest storage? You know what? Screw it. We're just going to fire off some bullets. Nope, that's not it. Equip this. Yes. Bang. Okay, and then we reload. Nope, that's not it. Combine this with that. I don't remember if we need both jewels or just one. Because if one of the jewels goes into the jewelry box, then that should free us up in item space, maybe. So, okay, the light is off in here. Sick. So what we need to do is maneuver that one to get in line with the red one, and then this one goes to the blue one, and then something? I genuinely don't know what. We have to make sure the crow isn't looking at us or else we can't do it. Oh, that one's green, by the way. I'm slightly colorblind and a little bit dense, so you'll have to forgive me there. Yeah, we climb over here, and then if we do it fast enough, it should let us pull it out. Yeah, we got the yellow gemstone. Okay, now we just have to figure out what the yellow gemstone does. Beautifully cut and polished. You think that this is 4mm? Because it kind of seems like it. But as someone who's played Hollow Knight, I am very curious. Is it as good as the other one? Or Silksong. Is Silksong as good as Hollow Knight is? Because I like Hollow Knight. I've just never gotten that far into it. Also, this is like a cardinal sin in any Resident Evil player book. So we're going to pretend I didn't just do that, but I'm honestly too tired to run all the way around. I've grown tired of these shenanigans. Yes, okay, we pull that out. We get the red gemstone. The red gemstone maybe goes in the box? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that opens it up. And then... Oh, we have to make it. Okay. Bet. I'm going to say there. I want to say yes, but I haven't played enough of it to have an opinion on that yet. There's multiple acts in Silksong, and I'm only almost out of the first act. I see. I'm going to say I like... what are they called? Metroidvania games. I do very much like them. I'm just really bad at finishing them, to be honest. I'm really bad at finishing most games, just in general. Okay, and then we need to move this one? Yeah, because you can rotate them. I think it goes like that, mayhaps? That seems vaguely correct. Definitely start with Hollow Knight, though. Silksong is noticeably harder. That's really good to know because I'm already really bad at original Hollow Knight. At the OG, I'm already very bad at it. So that's got to go in there. I thought that this was going to be a way easier puzzle than it is, but it turns out I was mistaken. I think that this probably goes at the bottom, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm going to be willing to bet that goes at the bottom, and that also goes at the bottom. Yeah, so we'll just restart because I'm 99% sure that is like the middle of it. At least it should be. And then this, like that maybe? No. I think it's gonna end up going like that. But it can't because it has a weird edge. So yeah, we gotta figure out where this edge goes. I'm almost positive that this is going to be in the bottom like that. That I'm like 99% certain of. That almost looks like it lines up, but it doesn't quite. You know what? This is actually harder than I thought it would be. This is more difficult than I was expecting it. Because this... That is absolutely the centerpiece. I can 100% say that that's going to go in the center. The question becomes then, what is the rest of this piece? What am I trying to make right now? Because I cannot tell at all. Because this is going to go probably like that. That makes sense to me. And then it's possible that this piece is incorrect. Because it could actually be that it goes somewhere up here. Def looks correct so far. That's what I'm thinking. Those parts are flush. This is going to also be an edge piece. You can tell because it's got edges. Groundbreaking discovery, I am aware. This is just a weird shape in general. Unless it goes there. Actually, that might be it. And then that goes there. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, that goes up there like that. Okay, and then this will come up slightly. Yeah. This game in particular has a tendency to be very sticky at some points. It's a stickler for the rules. Okay, we do that, and then we slide that into place. And then this one goes there. Okay. So we know that this is how it works. We just gotta actually get it in. It's like sex. You can usually tell where you need to be. It's just a matter of getting it in that is the problem. I would know from experience. Okay, that's... I know that this is correct. A blind man could tell that this is correct. It is simply reducing me to the question of how to fit it in. Yeah, because that goes like that. I wonder if this is too far over, maybe. Game, can you just, like, let me have this? Like, pretty, please? Because that has to be what it is, right? I'm not stupid. Like, that's what it is. I'm actually going to lose my freaking mind. Unless I just literally have it upside down, which is possible, mind you, but... Because it has, like, the slightest bit of a lip there that kind of should duck into there, but it's not, and that is bothering me a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Unless that... Because that lines up. Get on your hands and spell R-U-N, R-U-N, R-U... Man, what the fuck? Oh, come on, man. I hate it when my straight friends do that to me. It's just so embarrassing, you know? When straight people do it to you. This is actually... I hear that they actually had to outlaw this form of torture in North Korea. Which should tell you something, because this is actually, like... This is pain. This is very painful, indeed. I am suffering. Right now, this is what I would consider to be suffering. Okay, because that's got to go over, and then this has got to go over. No, this has got to go over. Okay, and then this has got to go over. But it can't go over because this one... See? Do you see what I mean now? This traitor stone is the more gay they act around their friends. Yeah, because if you're gay and you do sexual things to your friends, then it's like, it's not funny anymore. Because then you're just making advances on someone. But if you're straight and you act very gay around your friends, then it's like, oh, they're joking because they're not actually gay. It's optics. I took a whole seminar on it, buddy. I know what they're up to. And by them, I mean the straights. If this secretly is actually the top, I might lose my marbles because it just doesn't fit. And it's starting to get to me, I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna start this over, I think, because I don't know if any of this is correct. Let's think outside the box for a minute, okay? Because that doesn't seem like it's working up there. So maybe this goes down, but it can't go like that. That's such a weird shape to have in these puzzles. Because it almost looks like it has to go either there or there. And then this could maybe go like that. And then that... It definitely could... Like that, and then this... I never expected this to be the hardest part of the game. Because this really isn't that complex of a puzzle. I just can't determine which orientation is correct. You definitely had it correct for a bit there. That's what my fear is that I was close and then I gave up. Oh, wait, hold up. I think that might actually... I think that this is... That's definitely right. I would be willing to bet physical harm on myself that this is correct. We just gotta find the sweet spot. Okay. Let's move that for now. One of these is slightly unoriented, and it's throwing everything off. I think it's that one. It wasn't tucked into the corner fully. And then maybe that. Because this is... Maybe just flip that upside down with the banner on top. It could be... I'm trying to think. It doesn't have, like, letters on it is what's throwing me off. But you're not wrong. It could be that is, like, the top, maybe? And maybe the whole thing is upside down? Let's try your way. Let's see if there's some salt. If there's a pinch of salt in your words. Nope, that's not it. This, we want to close that out. And then that almost fits... No, it doesn't. It would be this? No. Because this pretty well has to be the center. I don't think that there's another orientation that works for that not to be the... Banner at the bottom would definitely make more sense. Gotta flip the banner counterclockwise once more. Could be. You actually might be onto something there. That one doesn't work like that. And then this would go presumably... See, this one might be weird now, though. Because I don't know where this slots in. Unless it's like that. And then, is there a way to orient that in? I don't... It's definitely sketchy. Oh, this could go there. Hold up. That could go there, and then this could go... I don't know where that one would go. Yeah. Unless this goes... See, this one basically has to go either this or the exact opposite side. There's really not any in between there. This could go like up there, but I don't think that makes much sense for it. It could go there. I think that this has to connect to that somehow, though. Like, that right there, the way that the feathers line up, that makes sense to me. But then that doesn't quite fit that. This could also be a top piece. Yeah, I don't know if the banner goes at the top. I'm going to be so for real. That's what's giving me pause, is I think that this... If anything, it might be like that. I'm going to assume that the banner does go down here. I think. And I could be wrong, and if I am, then it's going to be really embarrassing. But I feel in my soul that doesn't quite go there. But then this almost should line up with that to some degree, I do believe. This puzzle is actually kind of low-key. Kind of goated. I was not expecting to meet my match in a puzzle that really only has like 3 or 4 solutions, but here we are. Nope, that's not it. Okay, we got to click on it, then click off of it. This is the weirdest piece. The puzzle brain in me is screaming. I know. Because that just about has to go on the top or bottom. There's not much more it can do. Then this should go like this. Okay. Nope. This is the centerpiece. We all agree that this is the centerpiece. I just don't see how that could be at the top because it looks like everything is upside down. And then it fits there just about. And then if that goes there, then this would go like this. And then this would have to slot into there. Because I feel like that is it. Right there. It's literally just a matter of I have to see if I can't fecking get that in. No, we have to click on it first, then close out of it. Holy, dude, this is... Because that lines up. Okay. And then... Is it like that, maybe? It could be that it's like that. And then this goes like that. And then this goes in slightly. Could be, could be. Because it works. It works. It works. It's literally just a matter of time. Here, let's get that piece out for a second. Yeah, because that should fit in like that. This should fit in like that. This, we just have to push it in like that. And then this goes like that. And then that goes like that. It's just like, it doesn't seem like the pieces are big enough. Like, it seems like there's just enough overhang for everything to be cast in doubt, and it bothers me a lot. Unless it somehow is that, but then it doesn't seem like it lines up as well. I've picked about 15 billion apples from this tree within 2 minutes. Game's wild. I mean, it sounds like it. Do you know how many homeless people you could feed with that many apples? Probably all of them. Probably every homeless person could feast. We literally... This is correct. Right there. I can smell it. But at the same time, part of it looks weird. I think that the one piece goes on the bottom. The banner piece. I think that we start with the banner piece on the bottom and we can do it. I think just taking a picture of the puzzle issue and try orienting it differently, because this is definitely... That's what I'm saying. This is definitely the correct solution. It's literally just a matter of we don't have it angled correctly, which is infuriating. So that goes on the bottom. Okay, this piece went... I'm pretty sure it goes up there, but it might be in now that we've oriented it differently. This piece definitely goes here. And then that should go somewhere there. So we're getting close. Puzzles like this, yeah. The issue isn't even solving the puzzle, it's getting the game to solve it. It's a thing where we've got the solution. We just have to make it fit into what the game wants it to fit. Because this game in particular is very, very picky. For some reason. It gets a sick thrill out of this all. Because that goes up there. Or could be flipped somehow? No, that doesn't seem right. I definitely think it's this way. And then this goes like that. And then this... Nope. Okay, and that throws that off. Sick. I love this game, dude. I love this game. This is so much fun. Me fiddling with this stupid puzzle for 30 minutes is... I'm having such a fun time right now. This is great. This is premium stuff. You're not going to see someone fiddling with a puzzle like this ever in any other stream. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find someone who has played a game this many times and is still so bad at it. That is my guarantee to you. Is it this piece that's off? Could it mayhaps go elsewhere? Who knows? At this point, I've lost all hope. Because that could... No, that doesn't fit there. Okay. Let's think about this. Critical thinking skills activate. Alright, let's really think about this. Resident Evil, but I play until I complete the 5-piece puzzle. Careful there, buddy. You might be here... I mean, we could be here all day. I'm going to be so real with you. This is... At a certain point, your brain gets so used to not solving something completely, like, correctly, that your brain kind of quits. If you know what I mean? And I think that might happen here. It is a genuine concern that it could happen. Because it's almost like that. I can't tell what we're building a picture of is genuinely the biggest issue right now. I've no clue what we're supposed to be building. Because that fitting like that would make me think that maybe this should be off center a bit, but that also doesn't make much sense. You know, like nothing seems to fit. But this pretty well has to go there. Like, there isn't anywhere else that can go, is there? It's the straight edges that are throwing me off. It's just like the punk lifestyle. Like, straight edges just confuse me. That's my Achilles heel, is just edges that are slightly too straight. Okay. No, don't hurt the... Pressing these buttons is actually making me lose brain cells. I've lost so much of my intellect today, it's actually not even funny. Okay, let's think about this. Because that... I think we need to rotate this. But then that also doesn't make sense. Because we can't fit it in there for some reason. Even though I'm pretty sure that would make a lot of sense, actually. So assuming we do that, and then this would go there... But literally, again, I think what the problem is I think we've just done it again, where we have it completed. Oh! Ha! Yes! Okay, finally, dude. Oh, that was literally going to give me an aneurysm. Is this the... Okay. Holy hell, dude. 20 minutes. Maybe 30. I have no... fecking clue how long that just took. But you know what? I don't even care. We did it. Listen, we persevered. Oh my gosh, dude. Literally one of my favorite gaming series of all time is Professor Layton, and that entire game resolves around puzzles like that. Oh my gosh. I feel like I just lost like 1,000 pounds of weight. You know what I mean? Like the amount of pressure that's just been lifted from my shoulders is actually insane. I guarantee you someone has beaten this entire game in less time than it took me to solve that puzzle. Like, someone has speedrun the game faster than it took me to solve that one teensy puzzle. Another one's going to break through. I can smell it. Okay, you know what? We're just going to run. I think running is honestly an underrated technique. Just vamoosing is such a good plan that people need to understand. It's just the best option. Just check the VOD. That took 25 minutes. Oh. Imagine spending 25 minutes to solve one puzzle. That's brutal. Oh. We put this in the eye socket and it should give us something. I don't remember what the yellow eye gives us. I think it's... Okay, it gives us a CD for the computer. I genuinely forget when we use that, but it's not until, like, quite a bit later, I don't think. Yeah, the MO disc. Or as I would call it, the MO disc. And then the blue emerald gives us, I think it's just ammo or something, so I don't think we need it. If it was anything important, we would grab the blue, sapphire, I believe is what they're called. We'd put the sapphire in there, but I just don't think we need to. Should be that we just go through here. And then... I wonder if we can unlock the basement now. And we do have to be slightly careful because we are very low on HP. And if I die, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. But I think we're chilling for a second. And by a second... Yep, I knew it. I saw you, you bastard. How are you alive? You ever hit someone with 2 acid rounds before and they just don't die? Because I have. Daddy has. Me being Daddy in this case. Daddy knows heartache, okay? Oh my gosh. Where? I can feckin' hear ya. It's locked from the other side. Are you kidding me? Because the power is also not on. Fuck me, dude. 17 times. Fuck me 17 consecutive times. Every poo-poo time is pee-pee time, but not every pee-pee time is poo-poo time. The Joker, probably. The Joker would say that, but somehow when he said it, it would sound very eloquent. For all of his faults, the Joker is oddly well-spoken in a lot of iterations, which I think is interesting. He'd say something very, like, profound, but that would be the way he would say it. He'd be uncovering a revelation for the ages, and he would speak something like that. And that's the beauty of the Joker, baby. The Joker, baby. So now we gotta go all the way back through the hall and fecking hope that there's no more... I don't even know what they're called, honestly. I think they're savages or hunters or something. But they're awful. I think we can all agree on that. They're awful. It's just so bad. And I'm scared they're just gonna pop out at any given moment. Hee hee, that's my pet. I call him Frank, because frankly, he's stuck. I'm so clever. See, this is what scares me right here. I am actually going to just, as a precaution, we're just going to do that, I think. Because I just don't trust it. The second you start sounding like Tina Belcher when you're playing a horror video game, that's when you know that it's working. See, like I don't particularly like how close that camera got to my face just then. And then here's where the corpses are. And if they get up and kill me, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Okay, you go through here. Oh my gosh, I need to. My chair has a leg rest that I completely forgot about until this second. I'm gonna pause for just a second because I don't want to get gangbanged while I'm setting my feet up so I can sit pretty. That is better. Holy dude. Is there an enemy through this door? I don't remember. There's no further use for the key. Discard it. Okay, we're gonna go in here and see what's in here because I don't remember. But I am scared. If it makes you guys feel any better, I am frightened. Oh. There's a switch here. Press it. Sure. I'd love to. Okay. Okay, that is important. We do need that. What's that? Shotgun shells? We cannot carry that. Books. Almost all of them are biology related. Sure. Man's got hobbies. I can't fault him for that. There's a battery there that I want. Okay. So there's shotgun shells in here. And we got one of the metal objects, which is good. We do need that. Holy dude, we are just... I forget how dense this game is sometimes. This should be the, yeah. This goes to those twin doors beneath the stairs, if I'm correct. And then I forget where this goes. A disk for rebooting a system of some sort. Okay, I do know we need that. I just don't remember where. Let's get into the save room and heal for a second and think for a moment before we proceed. I am going to stream 20, 30 more minutes probably. Just because I want to make up for that abomination that we call the 5-piece puzzle. Because that was so bad. It's so bad. Okay. Let's... Honestly, this grenade launcher hasn't been living up to my expectations. Put the metal object and the ammo disc down. We're gonna grab the first aid spray. We'll do 2 if we have to. Okay. We take this, and then we're fine. Chill. Do we have... Okay, we have ink ribbons. So we're just gonna save real quick. And then we'll figure out what we need to be carrying right now. I would like to be carrying at least 2 weapons, because those savage hunters, if I have to fight those with my pistol, I'm probably going to die. I don't love the grenade launcher, especially because it just doesn't have that much ammo, but it might be my best bet. I don't know for sure. Yeah, because we don't have the Magnum yet. I genuinely don't know how you get the Magnum. I don't even know how you get the Magnum normally in Chris's, and I just played through Chris's like a week or 2 ago. I guess we'll take the grenade launcher. It doesn't bring me like pleasure that we're using it, but at least we have more ammo than we do in the shotgun. But we have the grenade launcher. We have one of the metal discs. And then there's still a door somewhere that we can open with the helmet key. I just don't know where. I don't know where it might be. It's probably upstairs. And by probably upstairs, I mean it like statistically has to be upstairs. And then... Yeah, runway. Okay. It could be at the end of this hallway. It could also not be. It's really just going to be a matter of figuring things out. Because it's either through here or it's not, and that's a 50-50 chance, and I think that's fine, you know? Use the helmet key. Okay, 6, so we do have something through here. I don't know what, but it's something. It'll be a surprise to all of us. Oh, this room. Oh, this room. I remember this. I remember this well, actually. I remember how annoying it is, specifically. Because you have to... A switch here, press the switch. Oh, golly. Okay. Fuck, how do you do this puzzle? I've genuinely forgotten. Yeah, you have to push it over there, that's right. That's right. I remember now. So we just gotta, like, wait here for, like, fecking 5 minutes. We need to get this to the edge, but we can't put it in yet. Then we gotta run around. Okay. Oh, this part gets to me. We gotta do that. We flick the switch. We go all the way around. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've already botched it. Now we push this. Edging without putting it in. Mm-hmm. Actually, I should be able to push it up there. So we might actually be chilling. Yeah, it just might take a couple of... Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Okay. So then we come back here. Okay. And then we give her a little shove. Yeah, if we just keep doing this, this should keep the walls from closing in completely, so we should be fine. And if we're not, it's going to be really embarrassing. But it should stop. Oh! I did not like that at all, just for the record. That's not what I would consider to be, like, a safe, fun time, but we're still chilling. I know you can do this a lot more efficiently, I just don't know how. Yeah, we gotta just push this over. The problem is here, if we don't push it back in time, it'll get scooted. Like that. Exactly like that, and then we're just back to where we started. This game sometimes really just grinds all of my gears. Because then I do something like that, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing! Listen, guys. I'm not a perfect... Yeah, that's... Ugh. I'm not a perfect person, okay? I've never claimed to be. But sometimes Resident Evil 1 specifically... Just... Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot use my words because that's how much it just bothers... It bothers me. Sure. And I think we miss it again, actually, which is crazy. And we... Oh, my. I think now it should be all the way pushed back, so we just need to push it to the side, like, twice and then switch it. It's just so annoying. This whole puzzle can go to hell with the savages that scared me earlier in that meat video. Okay, hurry. Okay, please. Nope. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm this close to losing my mind right now. This puzzle always gets to me. It just seems like there's never enough time. Like that? What do you mean? It's in! I'm sorry it's not any bigger that I can put it in deeper. I know you can't feel it, but trust me, it's in. I've never had a trouble getting it in before. Okay, let's push it over one. Okay. Oh. I was literally... I'm not joking. I was about to lose my fucking mind. This puzzle specifically, it kills me. Every single time without fail. And now we're in the bloody sewers. We got a fecking book that I don't even know what the purpose of it is. This shit, okay. Is this the... Oh, it's Lisa. That's the little girl's name. So we figured that out. George Trevor. There's a switch. Yes, press the switch. Why not? Why not press every switch we see? Thank you for your support, Resi. Genuinely, I'm glad you're hyped for me because I was about to lose my mind. I don't even... It just gets to me every single time. We're gonna just burn the hell out of Aragorn over there. Sorry, Hagrid, but your friend's dead. Oh, is this the... No, it's not. Okay, we're chilling. There's gonna be another spider in here. I can smell it. Where is it? I knew it! Ah, I knew it. Map of the mansion basement 1. Sure, take it. Why not? Everything is fine. Everything is chill. I heard just any sort of movement. Stomp on all the babies. I love postpartum abortions. Oh. Where? Can you not groan at me? Just like, please. Okay, you know what? For the first time peeking around a corner and pre-firing, it did work. If nothing else, that worked, and I can be proud of that. Also, just going down. Like, I'm not playing this game today. I'm playing Resident Evil today, but I am not playing this game. It's not gonna happen. Not today. Okay. There's electrocution stuff. I don't know if I like that. The power supply appears to be functioning. Okay, so the power's on. That's great. Now we can use the elevator, which is necessary to progress. So we are, in fact, making progress. I swear there's a spider down here. And if there is, I'm gonna kill it. Okay, nothing back here, though. Small objects. Raccoon City on a dish, whatever. Fuck your world building. I don't need it. Now we're back somewhere. Oh, this place. Okay, we're chilling. Okay, so now we should be able to use the elevator, which is always a fun time. Yeah, we use the elevator. Oh, dude. Excuse me. I am briefly going to go use the restroom because I have to blow my nose. And that would be rather disturbing to do on stream. So I will be right back. I'm also going to grab water because it's a free country. Ugh. Well, I probably should have turned my microphone off. I'll do that really quick. Remember to always keep water handy when you're about to stream. Proper hydration is important, even if you're just playing video games for approximately 5 hours straight. Or 3, as I am today. Ugh. Ugh. How did I know? Nothing there. Okay, so I did waste one shot, but you know what? It'll be fine. Another zombie? But where? I can hear him. Water is like 99.5% of my water intake. Dude, I wish I could be like you. Oh, there you are. And I missed. That's just humiliating. I love that by now in the game, you've dealt with so many more enemies, but then the zombies come back anyways. I don't know. It's like a fun thing. It like reminds you of where you came from. Because earlier in the game, like 2 zombies, like that's actually a pretty big deal. But like by now, you're just so much more advanced that it's kind of funny. Okay, the battery goes to the outside thing. There's more Magnum rounds, but like, again, I don't have a Magnum. I do need to be careful with ammo though, because spoiler alert, I'm trying to get the Barry safe ending. And in order to do that, you have to have a whole lot of ammo to hold off the, Is it the Nemesis at the end of this game, or is it something else? I don't remember. Dude, I'm low-key excited to play Resident Evil 3. I'm kind of debating on if I want to do the remake of 3, or if I want to buy the original 3 on the PlayStation Store. Because I think either way would be really fun. And whichever one I do, I'll probably do the other one at a different point. But I don't know, man. The remake of 3 is kind of whack. That's hardly a hot take, mind you. But it is my opinion. It's pretty whack. What did we need to get into the door over here? The double doors. Not that way. This way. Oh, the knob is broken. You gotta hate when your knob's broken, dude. You ain't getting into much if your knob's broken. Unfortunately. It is sad, though. Okay. So we unlock this way. So I have no idea what this is. On water, though, I primarily drink this sparkling water stuff that's really good. And it's probably, like, mostly water, but it's not all water. And my water intake will sadly never be as good as yours. And I just kind of have to find a way to live with that, you know? This is where things start to get messy, though. Eagle of South, Wolf of North. Okay. Then there's the metal inside, and then this is nothing unusual. Huh. So there's going to be a special way to use that eagle. Oh, and there's another book somewhere else. I gotta stop drinking the water from plastic water bottles. Yeah, dude, like, we just don't need it. You... Actually, low-key, genuinely, this is going to sound like a joke, but I'm being so for real. You should invest in one of those water coolers that they have in, like, offices. I bought one of those because I thought it would be really fun to have and just, like, cool in general. And it genuinely did increase my water intake a lot. Because then you got to justify the purchase to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you got to... If you spend, like, $100 on a water cooler, like, you have to use that water cooler to, like, make your money back. And it theoretically should save you on, like, bills and stuff for water. If you're buying, like, the plastic water bottles. It's fun, and it's also, like, it's kind of a, low-key, a great conversation piece. I genuinely convinced, like, 2 or 3 of my family members to also buy a water cooler. I probably was the reason that water cooler got distributed as much. We can discard that key. I forget what's up here on the 3rd floor. The mansion is so much bigger than it is. I forget all the time. Because it's just so big. I don't like that noise. But here we are, I guess. Oh, this is the snake, isn't it? Gosh darn it. Okay. You know what? We're going to employ a new plan. It's actually very new practice. It's called running the hell away. Do I have anything that isn't my pistol? I have 6 rounds in my grenade launcher, so I'm not too worried. I think I missed. I think I missed a second time. Okay, that's 1. 2. Okay. 3. Okay. Is that it? Are we done? Sick. Okay, cool. Oh, poofed, I can get one for 80 to 100. Honestly, might pick one up in the next week or so then. They're honestly really great. And like I said, I'm super frugal. So if I buy something, I have to justify that purchase to me. So for me, I bought it, and then I was like, well, shit, now I gotta drink more water, or else, what am I doing? So then this book should also have a pendant in it. Yeah. So now we've got the 2 pendants. And I know they go outside somewhere, I just forget where. The knob is broken, it doesn't look like it'll... So we can't even open it from this side. Interesting. And then it's saying that there's something else in here. The one that has the blue plastic container that you put on top, though, because it's just drinking water out of plastic. I mean, like, you're not wrong, but I'd assume there's less plastic in a bigger bottle, right? Maybe? I don't know. I actually have no clue how that works, and I make no claims about it being otherwise, but I always just assumed that it was somehow better for you, for reasons that I can't fully explain. It just gives off a vibe of it being better. But it could also be that I'm just delusional. Delusion is something I'm really good at. You can trick yourself into believing anything. It's actually kind of sick. Is there... There's an item somewhere up here, or else my map... Oh, it's the herbs right there. Do I need healed at all? No, I don't. I also don't feel like picking them up and not having an inventory space. So we're just going to leave. Bottled water has an expiration date because that's when the plastic from the bottle leaches into the water at unsafe levels. I did not know this. Brett was unaware of this. This is, in fact, new information to me. I did not know that water could expire. I don't need that. We've already done this whole dog and pony show before. We don't need anything to do with those fecking statues, the knights. We don't need them. I have to say though, if you guys enjoyed me being scared in Resident Evil 1, just wait until 2. Resident Evil 2, the first time I played it, I literally had a panic attack because of something that happens like halfway through the game. Genuinely had a panic attack. It was the first Resident Evil game I played, and I had to pause for like 20 or so minutes because I was genuinely having a panic attack. And I think I was like 13 or 14 at the time. So it was pretty bad. Water itself doesn't expire, but the chemicals leaching into it technically make it. Yeah, I was gonna say, at some point, everything kind of expires, except like honey. Okay, this is where things get a little bit funky, a little bit different. Because I believe what we have to do now is take the, oh golly, the battery to the other elevator that's outside in the courtyard where we were earlier. It's really bad. I got mentally scarred in middle school when I watched people play Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't even know how I found out that that game, like, had, like, you know, bad things in it. I just remember going into it, and I was like, oh, this is, like, kind of fun. I haven't played it myself. I watched Matt Pat play it on GT Live, actually. But that in, like, kindergarten, I remember I used to rewatch the series on those. But I always thought that they were slightly overrated, to be honest. I thought the, like, gimmick of, like, oh, it's a visual novel that turns into a horror game, like, that's novel. But once you know that going in, like, I don't think it's a particularly, like, well-written game. I don't mean that as an insult. It's just, like, if something has such a big twist in it, it's very hard for me to get invested otherwise. Because, like, so often I feel things are carried by having, like, a twist ending. Or, like, a huge midway genre shakeup. But to me, a lot of the time, if you know that going in, it kind of ruins everything. Because then it's not novel anymore, and it's not, like... It's not different. It's definitely sad. I will give it that. Like, the characters are pretty well... Like, again, it's been a couple years since I've watched the playthrough of it. But from what I remembered, like, the characters were all pretty likable. Like, so it's sad to see them, you know, get deleted. But it's another thing where it's... If you know going in, the writing has to be, like, exceptional... exceptionable? Is that a word? And I just never really got that from the game. It's just a personal thing, though. I respect whoever made that game. It was probably like one or two people, like most, especially because it's a visual novel style game. I would love to write a visual novel game. I don't know how you do that, to be completely honest. I have no clue how you develop that as a talent. Oh, we're gonna need the crank, don't we? This is the part of the game that bugs me, because you have to have the fecking... I wonder, where do we put the medallions? Because that could save us an inventory slot, and then if we're going that way anyways, we might as well get the crank there. I'm gonna assume we go the cabin route. I actually don't know if that's correct or not, but I'm gonna make that assumption. If I ever make a game, the first one will probably be an RPG or visual novel, because I'd like to think I'm pretty decent at writing and making art for the game. That's what I've always felt my strength is. I went to college for media production, and if I've learned one thing, it's that from all the roles that I've done over the years, you know, I've acted in student films, I've directed, I've been a producer, I've been an editor, I've been a camera person. Out of everything, I think that writing is probably the most enjoyable aspect of it. And I think that if I was to do any of that for a living, I think I'd want to do writing. Directing, editing, filming, all of that is fun. But I've just always felt that writing is kind of an unsung hero when it comes to that kind of thing. And I like to think that I'm a decent writer, if nothing else. So I definitely get what you're saying there. But I would far from consider myself to be a good at art. I'm awful at drawing or anything like that. I remember we used a software called Autodesk Maya for 3D animation and 3D modeling. And it took me just so ridiculously long to be any good at it. And when I say it took me a while to be good at it, I mean like half the thing was for half of the school year. It was a 1 semester class or 2 semester class. I forget how that works. But it was crazy. Like it took me up until like the maybe 3 weeks until the end of class before I finally like got the hang of it. And by then I had to catch up on so many projects. I think that was probably the most stressful period of time in my life, to the point where I genuinely started having uncontrollable eyebrow twitching. It was crazy. I'm at like a low intermediate stage, I think, in art. I'm just now starting to realize my own art style, and I've been doing art for like 12 years. That's the problem with me, is I'm super inconsistent in everything that I do. And this isn't me, like, fishing for compliments or reassurance. I'm just not naturally good at most things, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with sucking at things the first time you try it. But I suck at things the first time I try it, and unless I'm just really interested in it, it's very hard for me to, like, keep doing it. So for me, like... What's a good example? Even things like YouTube or streaming. Like, when I first started, I was awful. Like, I've tried streaming so many different times on different channels and different, things to stream. And I was so bad at it. Like, there was no innate talent there. The only reason that I'm halfway, like, I like to think, okay at streaming is because I've just done it so many times by now. But if I ever started out, like, if I ever had to start streaming over from, like, the beginning of my skill level, I would suck so bad it's not even funny. I'm not consistent with anything. Art is one of the things that I've just had multiple huge bursts of being interested in it. That's also fair. I think that art may be one of those things where if you remember enough of the fundamentals, it might be muscle memory that you, like, remember that you had. Like, my sister hasn't, like, drawn in a really long time, but I think if she tried, she would be, like, a way better artist than I am. And she hasn't drawn in years. So maybe part of it sticks around. I don't really know. I've never been dedicated enough to art to get to that point, so I wouldn't really know. So I believe now we go through here and we apply this crank. There is kind of a mental memory of art, yeah. I figured. It's kind of like something that I'm pretty interested in is archery. Like, if I haven't done archery in, like, a year or two, like, my stance and stuff is going to be off, and I'm not going to be as good, but, like, I'm still going to be better than someone who just started. Or at least I hope so. So we refill this with water, we go around, use the new elevator that we have, and then we go behind the waterfall. The crank in this game specifically bothers me because you forget about it for so long and then you just have to have it again, and I never have it. I just forget that you need it at a certain point, so I put it in my item box, and then it's like, surprise! That's actually integral to moving forward now, so I hope you find an item box soon. And it's like, no, I haven't. I think there's a couple instances of that in Resident Evil 2. That's going to be... I'm so excited to play it. I'm just scared. I've upgraded this laser width so many times. It's about 10 times the length of my character. 10 times as wide as my character. Just do 360s and you'll never die. Right? It's like playing Dead Ops Arcade and Zombies. If you just spin in a circle, you'll be fine. It's just like Anakin said all those years ago. I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. Because it was. It was a great trick. We're going to have to use these medallions soon, though. I already grow tired of using them, and I've been using them for, like, 5 minutes. Oh, this is... I hate this part. This part always gets me. The laser thing is part of, like, a Galaga game. I always liked Galaga and Galaxian. If you had me play both of them blindly, I would not be able to tell them apart, but I do know that I enjoy them both pretty well. Those and Dig Dug are probably like my all-time favorite arcade games. There's something... I was going to say, there's something on the floor there. We can take the handgun magazine. We're going to have to deal with the lady in the chains again. I think her name's Lisa, and it's annoying. It's just not fun. It's not a fun time at Ridgemont High.
Is that you, Jill?
Yeah, here's
That voice Enrico's?
Enrico.
Yeah?
You're alive.
Stop. Are you with anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Bam.
Enrico!
Bro, the slowest reaction time I've ever seen. She hears someone shoot directly behind the corner, sees him get shot in the chest, and it's like, Enrico! Oh no, Enrico! Ah! Man, what a travesty! Ah, my boy Enrico's dead! Ah! Oh man! Oh wait, and it's just like, lady, turn around. If she went any faster, she would have caught it immediately. So fast. But instead she's like, oh, I don't know. Another crank. Yeah, now we've got 2 cranks. I love it. And Rico is dead. I wonder why. It couldn't possibly be because you just let his murderer get... Oh my fuck! Why, dude? That's what I get for messing about, I suppose. That did proper scare me, though. Holy dude, though. If I ever die and someone is that nonchalant about finding who killed me, I'm going to haunt them forever. Like, that's a Bretco's guarantee. I will haunt someone. Even if they're not responsible for my death, if they aren't good enough at, like, finding out who did it, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, and now I can't fecking take it because I don't have enough ammo. And I don't even have anything that... Because I can't fire those things off. Dude, my life. FML. SH. This is a nightmare. Gaping hole. I would know a thing or two about gaping holes, believe me. And that's not even nearly as big as they can get. Trust me. I've seen bigger. Okay. Not that... Oh, and I'm out of bullets. Fantastico. Yay. Oh, fuck. Wait, what? Huh? Did we just get one shot? What? Is that supposed to happen? I mean, I know we aren't supposed to die. Like, that's not a scripted death. Are the hunters supposed to be able to kill you in one shot like that? Really? Yippee, I picked up 11.3 quadrillion apples that time. At a certain point, you're just saying numbers. What are these things called? I think they're hunters. Huh. Okay. That's crazy. That's actually insane. I did not know they could do that. That has literally never happened to me when I've played this game before. Also, that just set us back, like, a lot, and it's really annoying, but I'm going to try my best to not crash out over it. Oh, shoot, it's 1:30. I actually might end stream here, and then on Friday we'll probably resume this. I did not realize that it was already 1:30. Well, 1:30 where I live. Holy, dude. What a trip this stream has been. First, we struggle with the V-Jolt puzzle, and then we struggle with the 5-piece puzzle, and then we get one shot by a hunter, which I did not know was a thing that could happen. Today was a fun, but it was a challenging stream today. Holy. But I am going to go ahead and end stream solely because I have an appointment at like 3:30 and I do need to get ready and everything before then. But today was really fun. I'm glad... what was it? Last Wednesday is the first time I've streamed besides today of the new year. And it was really fun, but I was kind of worried that it was like maybe going to be a one-off. But no, I had a great time streaming today. So thank you guys so much for everyone tuning in. I will have you guys know I am working on, actually kind of related to this, I'm working on a Resident Evil 7 video script. And so in a couple weeks when we get around to playing Resident Evil 7, I'm hoping that that's when that video will drop. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, I also linked my stream to my second channel for YouTube, where I'll be posting my stream archive footage, because a very helpful viewer by the name of Resi did suggest that I should probably be archiving my streams, and so I've decided why not. So if you ever miss a stream, feel free to check out over there. And I'll also be releasing exclusive content over there. I just don't know what form that'll be yet. I have a couple shorter video ideas in mind that probably wouldn't fit my main channel, but would probably find an audience on my second. So definitely check that out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for everyone who tuned in, who stopped by, who said anything at all, or people who have just been watching quietly. That is A-okay with me. But yeah, as always, I have been Brett Coast, and you guys have been a wonderful audience, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and a better tomorrow, and I shall see you guys on Friday. But until then, keep things light, everyone, and have a fantastic day. Fair farin, fair farin.